Good evening and happy November, boys and girls in the chat.
November.
Happy November. This is Andre Johnson from Sage Media. Of course, I guess you guys should know by now. Let's be honest. You guys should know by now, man. We have so much to talk about. There were so many people who wanted to get on the podcast tonight. We said, yo, listen, let's keep it to the three of us. He is out of PTO. You know what I'm saying? So he
I'm
said,
back in full effect. I'm locked in, man. I'm locked in. It's crunch time.
he is locked in. You know, I don't gotta find any replacements. Of course, TC Tone wants to come on. Who else wants to come on? Should we just send the link to join in the chat? No, we will never do that.
Oh,
Yo, not ducking no
I was
smoke.
gonna
My
say, look
guy
who's
Lob.
here. Look
Looking
who's
loud. I'm
here.
here, bro. I'm here, bro.
Also,
Love
said
that.
GG in the chat before.
Yes, my
Bye
boy
right there.
GG. Appreciate you, my guy. So listen, of course, I'm not alone. E, how you doing, my guy?
I can't complain, bro. Like you said, it's November. We getting in the thick of things right now. It's crunch time. This when things are about to get real interesting. You know, we had some eye-opening games this weekend. Can't wait to discuss it, man.
Toad on the show is listen. We not yo, don't get off my guy. Don't get off my
I'm
guy.
getting there, Gigi. I'm getting a little better, bro. Feel me, Gigi? I'm working on it.
Jared hasn't missed the show. What's going on, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Pretty fun week. Over the weekend and stuff. Some stuff to get into. Yeah, man. It was interesting. I'm gonna leave it at that for sure. Little underwhelmed on some parts, but it was good. It was good.
All right, so let me prepare this plane for takeoff. Right, let me prepare this plane. Yo, honestly, Dre, this is a good idea. Should I trust the members to not leak what it be said? Tone, we have Tone, get Mac back up here, get Dre, GG, get LJ.
That'd actually be fire.
That's really not a bad idea to have literally just have a member only show and just drop the link in the chat and everyone just. Well, I kind of like know all the members in real life, honestly. It'd be kind of fun. Yes, a 40-piece boneless wings or a mix. I don't know if it had flats or drumsticks. It was handed out on Saturday. Let's
What flavor?
Lemon pepper, of course.
Yeah.
A home cup. This is a funny idea too. Toad LJ.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That's fire.
Those are in the chat.
Well, that would have be. Yeah.
I'm down for that.
All right, let's prepare this plane for takeoff. Let's get into it. So first of all, guys, thank you for everyone who participated in the Sage Standout Student Section Scholarship. I'm going to talk to some people about the winner. Saturday was Southshore's turn. They had a good turnout. It was a good crowd as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, for this weekend, Curtis Tottenville. Curtis already had their chance in week one. So, I'm not. There's going to be no flex games this week. So Southshore was the last team to compete for this. So really appreciate everyone. When we do the announcement for the winner, I'll make a little video for it. I'll probably hire LJ to come record a little video. We'll post it on Instagram, probably with a nice picture and stuff like that. So really appreciate everyone, man. It's really cool to kind of see people get organized for this and all that. So this was a fun idea. We'll see if this comes back next year. Has a really good chance of coming back next year if you guys become members, of course. Supports not only Sage Media, but lets us do more things, right? This is a place where you want to invest, right? Because you see that the money is going to come back into the community most likely, and some of the money's going to go to my pocket. I'm not going to lie, but
you need food. You need to live. You know,
if I could do, just imagine if I was doing this full time, what Sage Media could be, man.
Crazy.
All right, guys. Listen, it was long enough. Saturday, the Sage Standout Game of the Week. It had many, many nicknames, but there was clearly only one winner. Eagle Academy Brooklyn 40, Southshore nothing.
Yeah.
All right. I have to let E take this first. You were at the game. I usually am the anchor, but I think we'll go E, we'll go myself, and then we'll go Jared. Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Sure.
put E on top, man. Put E on top, man.
So I feel like, I feel like that the anticipated lemon pepper bowl lived up to its hype. I like to start it off by saying I like what's coming with this game and the energy that's coming behind it. It's great for the city. Because the JV game had the same atmosphere, so that says a lot. The JV game's atmosphere felt like a varsity game. So that was very impressive to see. Shout out to Eagle for that 40 piece. I know that felt good for Eagle and this community. You got to start with, of course, Zaire Schulters. This kid is quickly putting himself on a map at a very fast pace. If I feel like week in, week out, he's just making big play on top of big play. 4 TD day, which I actually predicted. I don't know if the guys are in
Where?
I told LJ, I told GG before the game. I said, yo, Zaza's going for 4 TDs today. So they could drop that in the comments
Wow.
if I'm not telling the truth. So I was right with that. Shout out to the Eagle trenches, the guys who've been putting on all year. Sincere Hester, Chase, Nathaniel Ellis, Kayvon Robinson. I think this is probably his best game of the season. KV was flying all over the field, making plays, and Eagle just looked like a team that was on a mission. They had this one checked off from when the schedules were released, and they took care of business. So, shout out to Eagle for the dominant performance. But I did see some positives from South Shore, but I don't want to say too much. I definitely seen positives from South Shore's defense, and I think that's something that their coaching staff can sleep a little better at night with some of the good things they've seen on the defensive side of the ball, regardless of the outcome of this game. But shout out to Eagle for the dominant W, the dominant get back W.
I think that was a good way to start it off. All right, so this is where I'm going to start it off for myself. Guys, it's November. Hold on, let me check. Hold on, let me look at something real quick. Oh, you guys can't even see it. I'm holding up my phone. It's November. Check your phones. I know the clocks went back or went forward. It's November. It's November. Just cut it out. What has happened has happened. Shout out to Coach Jones. Shout out to Coach Chad, Coach Reggie, Coach Will, Coach Sanchez. If I didn't name you, listen, I'm on the spot. Shout out to them for
Coach
bringing
Flav, slide. Coach Flav, slide.
Coach Flav. Shout out to everyone for bringing everyone together. It's Eagle Academy. Like transfer. It's 2025. It's transfers. It happens in basketball. Exactly. It happens in basketball. And do we call the teams Jefferson this, South Shore this for 3 months? No, we don't. E, my guy, I almost said your full government, but I wouldn't do that. E, this game did not live up to the hype. You lied to everyone.
Okay,
I peeped
but
him
what I
saying
meant,
that.
what I meant in terms of the hype, I didn't really mean in terms of, yes, I definitely wanted to see a better football game, a more competitive football game, but I mean in terms of hype, the city was looking forward to this game. People came out. Would we all have liked to see a better product on game day? Absolutely. Um, but in terms of going forward, I feel like this game is always gonna carry that hype, and I feel like that's good for the culture and for the city. That's what I meant. But would I have liked to see a more competitive game? Absolutely. That's a definite. But you know,
Yes. Flav, it's only the sliders. It's not Flav. It's not personal to you. It's only the sliders. Okay. And I still stand on it. Sliders are still
Are they
suspended.
still suspended?
Yes.
if you want to get technical with that, Zaire has been the one making consistent plays, man. We gotta see some other sliders slide a little more consistently, you know. But that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Zaza said in the interview that sliders is still suspended. So if the CEO, if the CTO of the sliders said they're suspended as well, then they're suspended until further notice. Okay.
Mhm.
Should we even talk about football? All right. Listen, I think E did it best, getting the congratulations out the way for Eagle Academy. Zaza with an incredible performance, and we are going to get back to Zaza. The level of execution was extremely disappointing in this football game.
Yeah.
I think that as I joke and I say the slides are suspended, I think that the Southshore team, my co-commentator Ray said a few times to burn the film, and I say don't burn this film, because I think that you guys need to kind of look at this and really evaluate what went so wrong in this ball game. The effort from the defense was just kind of squandered, to be honest. If I look back, let me make sure I get this right. And another thing, like the special teams thing, I have been talking about special teams all year long, and I really hope as we get into the playoffs, this stuff gets cleaned up. And it's not just the snaps. Um, it's not just the onside kicks and the poor execution on onside kicks, but it's just going back there and fielding the punt.
And it seems like that's a lost art. It's like I don't understand that either, Dre. Like I don't. Fielding punts seems to be a part of the game that's like diminishing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I agree with that.
It's a thing on the island too. Some people just don't want to like catch them or.
Oh, you're seeing the same thing on Long Island too,
Oh
Jared?
yeah, like this past weekend, it's like the kids just didn't want to like catch the ball.
Just letting the ball just bounce. Oh, terrible
like,
field
okay.
position. Good
Yo,
job.
Yeah,
That's
are
a
back
great
there.
job.
You are back there for a reason. Your coaches believe in you. Your teammates believe in you. You're gonna drop it because you're thinking about dropping it. Just go get the punt, man.
Yeah.
And the reason why I want to get on this level of execution, especially on the special teams, because it does, where the criticism of the league comes from, it does come from this, right? Like, this is a premier matchup, right? Eagle Academy, Southshore. We all want this game to be competitive. We all want this game to be played at a high level, And about this, when I went, so E, if you don't know, so they were killing me in the chat because
That's not a good excuse.
Okay, so you're saying it's not a good excuse. I was going to try to defend myself, but okay. All right.
No, I don't want to
I
hear
was
you
gonna
not
say-
fielding a punt because of the wind. I'm sorry. Like, nah.
All I was going to say was during the commentary, I mentioned, I was like, and I listened back to it. I didn't even harp on it crazy. I think it was after one of the bad snaps. I said, yo, just so you guys know at home, it is very windy here, so it could affect what's going on. And then everybody got on me like, Dre, you making excuses. You're a Southshore fan.
Yeah.
And then when I went onto the field after the game, I'm like, it's way windier down here than it was in the
No,
stands.
yeah, absolutely.
And the wind was blowing into, towards the flag. If you guys are knows the Southshore's field or whatever, right? It's not an excuse. All I was saying is that it could be playing a factor. That's all I was saying. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the ball game, right? Like, listen, the execution level is way too low for Southshore, right? Special teams, missing wide open wide receivers, honestly, just functioning, right? We don't know, we understand that, it's obviously it's not the same Southshore team as last year. But listen, this was the Eagle Academy team that wanted to bust your head in. This is a JFK team next week that wants to bust your head in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, the level of execute is almost like, to me, like, I don't want to say, all right, I'll say it. It's almost like you came to this game and you didn't give this game the proper respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I hear is like, oh, it's Eagle. It's not a rivalry game. It's not a rivalry game. JFK, whatever. Like, no, like, this is the new PSAL, let's say, right? We're trying to promote a new PSAL where it's not just 4 teams that we're looking at all year long, right? So it's important for, JFK, Eagle, Southshore to have these kind of games. And, we saw the media that's out there and it's all good. And listen, the result is fine for the media. GG, I'm mad. GG have Zaza going like this to the camera 4 times. He's straight. He's straight. He got a nice mix. How 8 Eagle players have a mix from this weekend? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we straight. So yeah, like, when you're approaching a game like this, the level of preparation and the level of execution has to be way better. It is unacceptable. And if I'm the person to say it, I know I'm not the only person to say it. I know Coach Legree, Coach Ben, Coach Lau, Coach Mel, everyone over there, Molly, everyone is saying that that's unacceptable. I mean, first of all, number 54, Kaim Wilson.
Yeah, that boy was balling.
You definitely represented for yourself on the Southshore side. You were going hard all game long. Number 28, Peter Jean Baptiste.
Yeah, Peter too. Yeah,
incredible job. Oh, I love to hear that.
Too. Yeah,
love to hear that. Number 6, DeAnthony Hanniford. Number 9, Trevor Smith. Y'all didn't let the sliders slide. Number 6, DeAnthony Hanniford with an interception.
Yeah.
And I think Trevor had 2 or 3 pass breakups, and at least one was in the end zone.
Yeah, on Carrot. Yeah, that was a great play on CT. Yeah.
So listen to this sequence. Southshore defense, right? They give up the second touchdown. It's 16-0. You can't pick up the fumble. Excuse me. You can't pick up the kickoff. So we're not even talking about a punt no more. A kickoff. Shout out to Josiah Brown because you did what you were supposed to do. Big hit from Josiah Brown forcing the fumble. What does the defense do after? 4 and out. Incredible effort. And then guess what happens on the next play? A bad snap for a safety.
Yeah.
And then the defense, after they have to come back out onto the field, that's when Peter Jean Baptiste forces the fumble. And I don't exactly remember when it happened. I think it might have been in the second half. I can't exactly remember. I didn't write it down. Forgive me. But the next score was another bad snap. Shout out to Nate Ellis for, making a big hit, strip fumble recovery. It's honestly hard to speak. Like, I even said it during the game. Like, it's hard to analyze a game like this because of the low level of execution from Southshore. You want to give Eagle all the credit in the world for imposing themselves on the game. It's November football, very important. Shout out to the offensive line. Offensive line absolutely dominated the line of scrimmage, other than Kasim Wilson. Offensive line for Eagle did an incredible job. And what is more to say about Zaire Schulters at this point? What more can we say about this kid? In the interview again, I just said, like, the difference between you last year and this year is so incredible. And that's not a diss to him to what he did last year, because he was damn good last year. But one thing I want everyone to watch as you watch this league, you watch us talk about this league, being damn good to being excellent to being one of the top in the league is not something that just happens.
Mm-hmm.
We say, oh, he's a Schulters. No, it's not just because he's a Schulters. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's seeing the game differently. You see the burst. The moves are, I mean, it's crazy. Like, someone said, yo, I think, Zaire has as good as moves as Tajay. And I was like, I mean, I see it a little bit, but now I'm like, wow. He really, I'm calling a Zaza run using the same terminology I use calling a Tajay run.
Yeah.
I'm literally sitting here like, what's happening? Am I in a time machine right now? So, like, huge shout out to Zaire Schulters, man. He deserves all of the credit in the world. But yeah, I just come off disappointed from this ball game and the low level of execution. Jared.
Yeah. No, listen, I was a little bit, disappointed as well. When you look at, like, because when you're watching South Shore's offense, obviously you see, the missed passes, couldn't really get much going. But to only have 65 yards of total offense,
that's
definitely disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, because, and I'll give Eagle defense credit, like Sincere Hester, Nate Ellis, who made a great play, with that strip and, recovering that in the end zone. And listen, their defensive line's really good. And with this Eagle defense, since they lost to Erasmus Hall when they let up 52 points, the next week they had that bounce back opportunity against Lehigh. And, I heard a little bit, hey, like, obviously you got to make adjustments after letting up 50 plus. They do that. And since then, they played some pretty good football. And, they limited Tottenville to 6 points in the first half. That was, a pretty good game, better than what most people have done this season. I think actually better than everyone when it comes to Tottenville, right? And their defense just has consistently been playing well lately, which I think is, a big story, just because that was a little bit of a concern in the beginning for me.
Mm-hmm.
When you were looking at what JFK and E-Hall did to them, I was like, can Eagles stop anybody? Like, you're going to have a very hard time. You're not going far. Now they're kind of elevating their play defensively. So, yeah, that's a good thing for Eagle Academy. And then offensively, what's huge, because someone actually mentioned this in the chat earlier, listen, the elements are going to be a huge factor. Eagle does not know if their quarterfinal game will be a freezing, rainy day where they need to run the ball and they can't, air it out like they want to. Fortunately, Zaire and this offensive line is very, very good. So they have that going for them. And yeah, listen, we talked about Zaza for a while, and each week he just keeps on getting more impressive. And yeah, I think, like, it's really hard to put into words, but I think a lot of people, there's going to be a lot more attention on him than just the people in New York City going forward, which I think is a really cool thing. But yeah, for Southshore, now you got JFK. Enormous game because this is a JFK team. They're playing for their life on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do they want to get revenge on you, they're playing to keep their season alive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting, man. How are you gonna respond to that? Because you're gonna have to score points to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the thing that, again, I think I'll go to E. How do we say it? I want to say, like, how concerned are you for the South Shore offense? Obviously, the answer is very concerned after how many yards you said?
65.
65.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah.
I
So
don't want to set you up that way. I don't want to set you up on such a negative.
I do want to touch on something with the whole South Shore. How the offense underperformed and put up no points and just didn't play well. To put it in the simplest terms I could put it in. Now I feel like it's easy to blame that on George, the quarterback, but being around the game for as long as I've been around the game, and you have a young quarterback who, this kid wasn't the starter last year. It's his first year starting. Someone has to step up and make a play. You know what I mean? Someone on that offense has to step up and provide a spark. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that these guys haven't been making plays throughout the year because we can name a bunch of South Shore playmakers who we know can make plays. But sometimes it takes in a game like this. Okay, George is having a rough game. The role runner number 12, you got to step up and make a big play. Tyman Lewis, you got to step up and make a big play. Silas, you got to step up and make a big play. So I hear the masses of people quick to blame QB1 for the outcome. And I say someone has to make a play. You can't just say, oh, we lost because of QB1. No. Someone has to make a play. 65 yards of total offense. No one is out here making plays, guys. So, you know what I'm saying? The offense has to go back to the drawing board. There was plenty of other opportunities where guys could have stepped up and they didn't step up. So that's not all on the quarterback.
And to be fair as well, right? It's simple. You can have the X's and O's, but it comes down to the Sallies and Joes, whatever it is, right? Yeah. South Shore was outmanned offensive line versus defensive line. They were completely outmanned, right? Sincere Hester and Chase Hyacinth were screaming into the backfield. It was bull rushes. It was honestly, sometimes it wasn't even a move. It was literally just being too fast. I was really watching some of the plays, and I'm like, Sincere just got off the ball and just went into the backfield, and the lineman couldn't get out of his stance fast enough. Like that literally was it. Like yeah, sometimes he gave it like hee, but it was
sometimes it's like I'm just faster, I'm better than you. Hi, George.
Hi, George.
Nice to see you again, George. It's like, come on, that's a tough day for a quarterback. When it's like every play, I have 18, 11, I have 14, I might have Beatty, I might have 0 in my face every play. It's like, come on, you got to look at it from that perspective as well. So it was just a tough day, like you said, for the South Shore O-line, for collectively. That's what I want people to look at it from that way. Collectively for the South Shore offense, it was a tough day. So I'm confident in Coach Legree. He's going to go back to the drawing board and let's see the adjustments that are made for this offense in crunch time. Because like you said, now we go to the Bronx Friday night to play a Kennedy team that's capable of catching us slipping out here. So adjustments have to be made real quick because they're going to score. Like Jared said, Kennedy is going to score.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to score. Kennedy is perfectly fine with it being a 44-38 final score. So they're going to put these points up. Let's see how the offense responds Friday night in the Bronx.
Yeah, and I don't want to, it's Coach Dre. Like, I've never coached football a day in my life or whatever. But yeah, I do think that, man, like maybe at some point, like go under center or especially when the snaps were looking that bad, like maybe
Yeah.
just go under center. And if you compare Eagle Academy, how they approach this game to how Southshore approached the game, I don't think any of us exactly expected Eagle to come out in, what do we make the jokes of? The power 4-4C or whatever they're making jokes about them last year, right? No, they came out, they had a full house backfield.
Yeah.
And they said, and then one thing I asked, and I said, can Eagle come into a game where they're favored and impose themselves? Can they say, this is what we want to do? We're going to press our secondary, play in your face, and you're not going to do what you want to do because we're the better team. I said, can Eagle do that? Tottenville did that in the second half. Tottenville said, you know what? We're better than you guys. So we're going to press our secondary, and it's quiet for you. Eagle Academy answered that question. They said, "Yo, it's quiet for you, Southshore. You're not going to do what you want to do." So I guess, Jared, if we look forward, that JFK Southshore game. I mean, how do you not asking you to pick it, but how do you see it in your head?
Oh man, I think it's such a great test for Southshore's offense because I'm really sticking to it. I think Kennedy is really going to score in this game. I think maybe they surpass 30 points in this game. I could see it. I mean, Derek Betances, Amdu Samake, all these, they got playmakers. It's under the lights over there. I can see Kennedy scoring, but we know what South Shore's offense is capable of. So how do you answer getting shut out against, your new rival Eagle and, trying to get momentum for the playoffs? And I think South Shore is going to answer the bell because, listen, I'm a big fan of Kennedy. They haven't stopped a ton of teams this year.
Yeah.
Let's be real, they haven't. They were in a shootout with Wagner recently. They were in multiple shootouts this season in general. So I'm looking at it. I kind of think it could be a shootout a little bit. But I really think it's going to be a nice bounce back game for George Adams, the road runner, and these playmakers for South Shore. But I'm not sure if they come out on top, but we'll see.
Yeah, I just put it into the chat, who you got and who you got in that game of South Shore JFK. So I think it's very, very interesting. And, again, is it a game where the quarterback could have less pressure in his face? Maybe.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Maybe.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's like, listen, there needs to be an answer to the pressure in your face because it's not going away.
Yeah.
I think, how many carries did Shalik Williams have? He had one carry.
Really? Well, yeah.
On PSAL, I'm seeing it at one carry. Now, granted, I understand that you go down early and you're playing a bit of catch up. But it's November. You gotta find a way to run the ball. Like I've been consistent saying this. Like you have to find a way to run the ball.
Yeah, you need some balance. Yeah, you definitely need some balance.
Exactly. Because especially with this Eagle, because now in playoffs and stuff like that, you got to play matchups in a way, right? You can look at this Eagle game, as a preview for a playoff type matchup. And I felt like South Shore did not play the matchup at all. We all know Eagle Academy, what is the best part of their defense? Their pass rush.
Yeah.
The D-line, how they can get after the quarterback. And, there was nothing to counter. I know, they try to run a screen, but it's like, like Eagle kind of know that, okay, South Shore's going to try to run screens. They're going to try to get the ball out quickly. But hey, we're saying all this, and if George is able to get the ball to Adrian on that deep route, it could have been a 6-6 game, and the ball game could have been closer. And I say closer. I'm not going to say different, because if Adrian catches that ball, South Shore's not winning this game regardless. I think we could say that. I mean, am I crazy for saying that?
Nah, but it could have been a momentum shift in play. It could have been a momentum shift in play where you complete that big pass to Adrian. It's tied 6-6. Now your defense is feeding off of that. They were already playing well. They were coming in hot. So that definitely could have been a momentum shift in play, though. I can say that much. Now, in terms of them winning the game, I don't know, but that definitely had the potential to be a momentum shift in play, though. Definitely a big play. You got to hit that. You got to hit that.
Yeah, Tone, I definitely feel you on this. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it happen. The Curtis Tottenville game needs quite a bit of attention this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, like so sorry to be a little disappointed, but I don't think I'm going to be able to flex it. I was hoping to be able to, but yeah, this if you guys haven't noticed, like all of the advertising for the Curtis Tottenville game kind of needs all of my attention.
Mhm.
There
Mhm.
is not, yes, there is no member only game this week. Members, I'm going to keep you guys updated on what's going to happen in November. Anything else in this game, guys?
I just want to shout out a kid from Eagle. I don't know why I keep forgetting this kid name. The young corner number 35. I feel like he played a
Oh, I
really
don't
good
know.
game.
Yeah, I don't know if he's 35 on the roster. Someone let me know. I don't think he was wearing the right number because I couldn't call him out
I think that's the
because
same corner though. He keeps changing his number for some reason. But I think he played a really good game. He was on Adrian. I seen him on Tamir. Jameer is his
Jamir,
name.
thank
Okay.
you. There you go.
I seen him bouncing around covering a few of Southshore's top playmakers, and I feel like he had a really good game. He looked confident, and he held his own. So that was good to see. Because other than Shiloh, I feel like Eagles secondary, I had to see more from their secondary. So it was good to see him step up and have a good game.
Yeah, and I feel like I didn't talk about Carrot enough. I thought Carrot did an incredible job on defense, especially.
Yeah,
Well, did a pretty good
absolutely.
job on offense as well. But
Yeah,
just seeing him develop as a player is just awesome. Like he's
yeah,
in the
Mhm.
box. Yeah, he's
yeah,
just all over the field on defense.
yeah.
And the thing about when you watch Josiah Brown play is like his like play recognition. Like that's why he's so good at whatever position he can play. Like the way he reads football is just it is really on an elite level.
He has a high football IQ, so
Yes.
that translates on the field. Yep. And he's still, in my opinion, a very underrated defender where some people don't know how good he is on defense. So that's a good point, Dre.
Yeah. So double check my notes. I think that is all. Yes, that is all I have. Please, South Shore, special teams, snapping all week.
Well, one thing I forgot to mention too, I know South Shore starting center, I believe was number 50. He wasn't starting at center. They had another kid, number 52, starting at center. So I don't know if that was a reason for the shaky bad snaps. But yeah, like you said, figure that snap thing out, please, South Shore.
Yeah, because like we do yeah, jokes, memes, lemon pepper, this. Like we want competitive football. Like
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
Mhm.
what am I biased for? I'm biased for competitive football.
absolutely.
But huge shout out to Eagle Academy because this is your rivalry game. Look at that score line. That score line is for the next year. You know what I'm saying? So huge shout out to Eagle Academy, man. So
Yeah, pulled that one off. Oh,
next game to
Mm.
talk about. We're gonna go through the games that had the biggest playoff implications first before we look at the updated standings. 42-16, Tottenville over JFK. If you guys don't mind, I can go first on this one. I was able to
yeah.
watch this game.
Do your thing.
3 touchdowns for Corey Brown. Tyshawn Bent is excellent. But Corey Brown, 3 touchdowns. I mean, I thought this was like one of his best games of the year. He's looking looks great, looks fast. Vision was looking really, really good this game. There are quite a few plays where, he was able to bounce it out and get the maximum amount from the play. There are times this year I felt like he wasn't getting the maximum that he could from runs. And I felt like he really did a good job of that. So huge shout out to Corey Brown. The execution that this offense is at is really at a championship standard.
Yeah.
We talk about execution like it's like a night and day from Southshore to Tottenville. And what does execution mean, right? Let me get this down. Like what execution mean? Execution does not mean going and getting a head tap or doing something super incredible. Zaza making 8 people miss, right? That's not execution to me. Like that's being extraordinary, being a great athlete and stuff like that, right? Execution is like what are you just trying to do? Like can you just function? You run a play, you run a zone right to the right. There's a big hole in the zone. You snap the ball, you hand it off, big hole on the play side. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And Tottenville their level of execution is so high, except in one area, the holding penalties on offense. A lot of holding penalties. It's something I didn't even bring up last week when we were evaluating the Tottenville Eagle game, and I think that's something that they probably recognize themselves. I think I heard some guys talk about that when I was on the sideline. Is Tottenville is going to be the playoffs are going to be incredible. The playoffs are going to be incredible, right? If Tottenville have an Achilles heel, it's going to be these holding penalties. They really need to figure that out. Justin McGuire to Nick Constantino is every week. Every week, man. Like this play,
elite duo.
This play, I mean, Justin gets the ball, he makes time in the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, resets his shoulders, throws it 55 yards in the air for Nick. Nick does the rest for had it a 79-yard touchdown. I mean, again, there's no more superlatives we can say about these two. I think everyone in the city knows how we feel about Nick Constantino and Justin McGuire at this point. It's just incredible. And again, I want to highlight Tyshawn Bent just because like his standard is so high. I don't want to forget to give him his flowers just because his standard, like he does it week in and week out. I didn't even look at their numbers, actually. Let me go look at the numbers. The numbers are probably crazy from this game, right?
Tyshawn.
Everybody's. Let's see. Oops, that was the wrong game.
No, yeah, it's pretty legit.
Let's see. So Justin McGuire, 10 for 11, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh, I see.
It's almost a perfect day.
Yeah.
12 carries, 187 yards, and a touchdown for Tyshawn Bent.
Damn, that's an average of what per carry? That's
yeah, nuts. It's almost too much.
Yo, we really don't want to. I don't want to. Ed, you missed quite a bit. I don't know when you got in here, man. Nice to see you, my guy. Yeah, I don't think I saw you last week, so nice to see you.
We were just talking about Ed the other day too, though. That's crazy.
Big one this week, Ed. Big one.
Playoffs, right? It's playoffs.
Hayes at St. Anthony's this week.
Whoa, you're right. Wow. Oh my gosh, you are right. Yeah, playoffs.
They always like to meet. They love meeting in the playoffs. Hayes and St. Anthony.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Hasn't it been like 3 or 4 years in a row now?
It's
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, yeah, it's crazy. I gotta look back on it, but they meet a lot, dude. They always find each other.
My head say good night.
He said good night.
He said good night, yeah.
Jared, you wanna talk about this game a bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, it's getting pretty scary right now with how good Tottenville is playing. And if you're a Tottenville supporter, I feel like people in that building are are looking like, are really thinking, man, this has to be the year. If you're a Tottenville fan, you're like, all right, Tyshawn and Corey, they're finally together for their last ride. The run game is great. The pass game is as good as it's been in Justin McGuire's career. He is playing at such a high level, super efficient.
Yeah.
And wide receiver wise, we love talking about, Nick Constantino, he's amazing. He is, one of the top in the PSAL, but he also has help as well. Gavin Ledwith is good. There's one of the wide receivers, I'm blanking on his name, had a touchdown against Eagle, who made some plays.
Oh, number 16.
Yeah.
I forget his name now.
I know you're
No,
talking
exactly.
about,
I was blanking on it.
good possession receiver. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What's his name?
He's a
I
player.
got you. Was it Vincent Geller?
Vincent? Yeah.
Geller. Yeah.
He all of a sudden makes plays against, a good Eagle Academy team. And yeah, exactly. Tottenville, Port Richmond has won a title more recently than Tottenville in the PSAL.
That's so crazy.
So
That
it's
is
been
so
such a long time for such an amazing
Wow.
program with how many phenomenal players have gone through there. People are like, all right, this has to be the year because we talk about that offense, and then you get those kids from Moore Catholic on defense, Omar Mendez, Glenn Shepard, Eli Jones, who's back. And, they're playing at a high level, fitting in well to this Tottenville system of, these kids who just fly around the football. And, Kennedy, a team that scores a lot of points, an offense that's really hard to prepare for, that just flusters teams. 8 points.
All right.
Oh,
Man.
man.
All
right. 3 quarters.
This is funny.
It's
funny as hell,
crazy.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Cowboys at the PSAL. Yeah, that was against Canarsie too in 03. Yup. Damn.
Yankee Stadium?
No, that was at Midwood. That was
at
at
Midwood?
Midwood.
Okay.
I think it was a 28-24 final. Yeah, something like that. It was definitely a 4-point game. Yeah.
It's tough. You have anything on this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we hit it on the nose. Tottenville, they're playing good football on both sides of the ball. But I think the big difference that I'm seeing this year from Tottenville is, McGuire has been their guy for years now, but now his deep ball is just he's very confident in his deep ball and he's very accurate with his deep ball. Some of these passes that he's completing is he's locked in right now, McGuire. Tottenville's offense scored 40 plus, I believe, 5 times this year. 500 plus total yards of offense against Kennedy. Jared's statement is 100% accurate. I feel like in their locker room, they have to be feeling like this is the year for them this year. Like they have to complete the mission this year. Bent's a senior. It's kind of overdue, I feel like, for the Pirates. So I think that this has to be the year for them where they make this happen. If not, it's a big disappointment.
Yo, I just want to laugh. I just want to laugh.
My big brother was definitely in that game. Yep.
Yo, that's tough.
Yeah.
I wanted to laugh because I was going to come on here and play.
Who is this? Who's Rel?
Oh, that's Jarrell from
at a PSAL. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's a coach. That's Jarrell coaching Sheephead.
Oh, that's my guy. Don't do that.
Yeah.
He was about to violate.
Chill out.
He was about to ask for to time him out.
Yeah, like next topic. Hold on.
Yo, he say, yo, jokes are all good for if we're talking about the wolf pack, you know what I'm saying? But don't talk about my Chiefs, man. Don't talk about Chiefs. My hand slipped. My fault. My hand slipped.
Yo, Dre, you foul, Dre. You foul, Dre.
Oh man. Yo, so funny. So I see thoughts on Kennedy's D line. I saw some people making plays, but when we talk about how many yards of rushing did they have?
A lot.
Well over 200. We're getting close to 300.
It was over.
I do think that there. I can't remember the two D tackles names. I think the two D tackles for Kenny are really, really good. If you put their names in the chat, I'll shout them out. But yeah, this game. It's funny that you bring it up and we're talking about that because I wrote this down. I want to give a huge shout out to number 54, Andrew McFarland. You might be like, who the hell is that? Andrew McFarland is a guard for Tottenville, and to open up the second half, he comes off a double team and absolutely flattens a defensive player from JFK. And guess what happened? Tyshawn ran right behind him, 55 yards for a touchdown.
6. Yeah. Yeah, 6. I think the running back number 24 had a good game too for Tottenville, I think.
Yeah,
I believe he had a good game too.
Was that Galena?
Okay. Yes.
What's this? Yeah.
Is it 20? Let me see. Yes, Joseph. Wait, is that Joseph Galena?
I think he had about 80. No, he had about
Galena
82
has been getting in the mix.
Oh, that was his receiving. Yeah. Joseph Galena. Yes.
Yeah.
What did he have? About 80 yards, probably.
Yeah, 9 carries for 72 yards.
Yeah, he had a day too. It's a solid day.
And he's back next year. And this isn't the first game where I've seen his name pop up in the box score and see that he's found the end zone before this season as well. So I'm definitely keeping an eye out there.
Yeah, so it's all about like whoever's behind that Tottenville offensive line. When I spoke to Coach Neville, he talked about how proud those offensive linemen are just to be Pirate offensive linemen, and it's a real culture over there. And they had to replace quite a few superstars. I think we had 2 all city offensive linemen from that unit. So huge shout out to them. I want to give a huge shout out to number 6, Matthew Levine, and Glenn Shepard. I think the 2 of them have been really, really incredible.
All year for Tottenville, yup.
All year, and the very underrated players. I feel like I was about to come on here and give Glenn Shepard huge props for leading the PSAL in tackles. Until I see that he recorded 51 tackles.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Dre, you might have to. Yeah.
I literally had it in my notes, and I was ready to be like, "Yo, like Glenn, I didn't realize he was having such a big year, 70 tackles." I was like, 70 tackles, my God, like he's killing it.
Had him down for
Not
51
like a game.
Because I know JFK run the ball a lot.
Nah, 50 tackle game is wild.
I do remember Luke. I think Luke Kuechly had like 30 tackles when he was at Boston College. I remember that. Insane. No, but all seriousness, just this defense is really shaping up well. Jaden Innocent, number 15, is also an incredible player. Is always in on plays, and they're stopping the run very. Aside from the E-Hall game, which that is the biggest game, but aside from the E-Hall game, they've been very successful at stopping the run. Omar Mendez Jr. is just such a good player. Him and Nick Acosta. And I just love the confidence this team is playing. I feel like shout out to Kyle Charles as well. Kyle Charles is excellent. Yeah. Another pass deflection in the end zone. And I just feel like this team is just playing with so much confidence. And as far as the race for the Fugazi Award winner, I'm going to throw this to Jared. I think it's between 4 people, man. I mean, Justin McGuire, Tyshawn Bent, Moy. Is Braxton's the quarterback, I'm pretty sure, right?
Braxton's the wideout. Bryce is the quarterback.
Oh, Bryce, excuse me. So Bryce Moy and Gum. I would say, is it Gum? Grum?
Kevin Gum, yeah, Kevin Gum.
Gum.
He's good, yeah.
I think. What do you think? I think between those 4, this is tough to pick. I guess I don't know if they only take the regular season. Say it again.
You said Kasim Cromwell, right?
No, I think those 4 are. I personally think those 4 are above Kasim, but let me know.
No. Kasim Cromwell in the conversation. Come on. Let's not
back to back.
Kasim Cromwell in the conversation, man. I mean, listen, Zimmerman's been great. Port Richmond as a team has been great. Cromwell is going to be the reason, though, why Port Richmond's in the playoffs. I think he belongs in the conversation personally. He's a really talented player. thing is with it, what makes it interesting, if Farrell wins the AAA championship for the first time since probably before I was born, at least around there, then Bryce Moy and if he beats Iona Prep a second time, then it gets really interesting because it's like, wow,
How could you
Farrell
not give
Yeah.
it? How could you
won the
not give
state
it to him?
championship.
Yeah.
No,
How
I'm saying,
could you
how
not
could you
give it
not
to
give
him
it
at
to
this
Yeah, it's
him?
like he
point?
beat Iona Prep twice and won a state championship and had the best year in like Monsignor Farrell. Like, now I don't know about history because I don't know it like in the 90s and all that, but like one of their best teams ever if they win it all, right? I mean, it has to.
Yeah.
So to do that as a sophomore, it's gonna be really hard to pass him up. And I think he'd deserve it. But listen, Tyshawn Bent has been such a special player. Right now, I think he'd be my number one in that conversation. He's leading Tottenville to the top of the PSAL 4A, and he's just been that guy. And I think his QB Justin isn't that far behind him. But Kasim is in the conversation. I'm going to say that for sure.
And we are going to talk about that game soon because, dang, Kasim actually is leading the league in rushing. Dang, that's crazy.
Wow.
I didn't realize it. So yeah, I hear it for sure, and Kasim, of course, is the reigning Fugazi Award winner. Definitely not trying to disrespect him. I'm actually going to give him love later today. When I watch that Lincoln game, I mean, he is trying to drag that team as far as he can, like playing quarterback, playing safety, running. He's doing all he can, man. So yeah, I think that's an interesting conversation I wanted to bring up because to me, I think those four are the top four. So you can call it a top five. I'm very, very okay with that. Anything else in this game, guys?
No, we good.
Yeah, all set.
Yes. So yes, I was joking around with E, but this actually is the next game I did want to go to because it has.
You just
Major
had to like do that though before.
Yeah,
You had to. There's no choice.
25-0 Brooklyn Tech over Canarsie. Again, I always give a shout out to Coach Pugh. It was great talking to him in the interview. Who wants to take this one first?
I could go first here just because
Go ahead.
even though I like having E talk about Canarsie first, but this one I'll save that for next week. We got one last time for that.
I'm going to have dinner now.
I'll start off with a little let's start with a little bit of the negative in this game, just for some context. This game was called at halftime. Yes, the game ended at halftime.
Damn. Why? What happened? Canarsie quit?
I don't think they quit. I believe you need a certain amount of players on the sideline.
When they had an injured player.
So I think maybe a kid or two might have got hurt. I don't totally know, but you need a certain amount of players on the sideline, and I don't think they.
That means the numbers are down.
So I think this is that, but the game was called at halftime. Brooklyn Tech was up 25-0, and that was it. But for the Engineers, listen, this was a game that they just needed to make sure that they came out on top and get the W and move on to next week. They're able to handle that. Cole Scanlon, did his thing. I believe he had a couple touchdowns, throwing, rushing, all that stuff. He's a great player. I'm really excited to see what happens, when they go against Fort Hamilton. But yeah, just the exact, Scanlon, 2 touchdowns, 1 to Caleb Fisher, who's had a great year, and 1 to Jimmy White, who's a good tight end, and Scanlon ran 1 in. So yeah, good stuff for Brooklyn Tech. Got the W. And then moving on to Fort. And for Canarsie, you got 1 more week left in the season. If you have, enough kids, man, gut it out and play that final week and complete the season in the highest, division of the PSAL, man. That'd be great to just complete the season. And for Brooklyn Tech, congrats on the win. Now it gets interesting. 3A championship rematch. Playoffs kind of on the line. You need a win to get in. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and my guy Nappy in the chat, big supporter, so I know he's definitely not trolling with this question. Yeah, they scored this year. They scored not a lot, but they scored this year.
Yes.
They're having a a tough year. Like I said, I always say this. We understand what's going on in Canarsie. So just like Jared said, just if you guys can do it, play out that last game. It should be their senior night, I'm assuming. They are home to New Dorp.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to have those seniors be able to play out that game. E.
Yeah, so I feel like it was a must-win for Tech. They took care of business. I feel like Tech is now in a good situation in terms of setting themselves up for the playoffs. They're gonna beat Fort Hamilton next week and find their way into the playoffs. So shout out to Brooklyn Tech doing what they're supposed to do. For Canarsie, like Jared just mentioned, just finish the season out, go back to the drawing board, and most importantly, bump down. Bump down as soon as you can. Put that application in before anyone else. Like, put that application in immediately. We got to bump down and play football on a level where we can compete. So,
Yeah, no, I completely agree, man. It's just as people say, the story needs to be studied. Like the story's not over. Go down to the 2A or wherever it needs to be, figure things out, and I mean, Southshore was in the 2A 2 years ago, right? Is it 2 or 3 years ago
yeah.
now?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I was gonna say this is New York City football. I could see Canarsie being really good again in 2 years, like random.
Absolutely.
I could just see
Yeah.
it. Like, who knows? They bring someone in, all of a sudden kids just start going. I mean, yeah, it could happen. Honestly. I don't know, how long, but dude, I've seen crazy things. I didn't know.
Yeah. I think it's gonna get I will say, I do think it's gonna get a little difficult, especially with, the rise of Southshore, the rise of Eagle Academy. You still have destinations like, Sheephead Bay. We're going to talk about them. I have to make them a graphic.
Yeah.
Sheephead Bay. We'll talk about there's a lot of places and a lot of good destinations in Brooklyn. I mean, even FDR, Boys and Girls, like there's a lot of programs. I mean, I guess there've always been a lot of programs, but definitely a lot of competition, man. So yes, so that is Brooklyn Tech Canarsie. We wanted to talk about that because of the playoff implications. Someone in the chat asked for it. I did come prepared. An updated list with the strength of schedule. Is Dre in the chat? The one person I would pull onto into the live stream right now is Dre from Sheephead Bay, because he is the analyst for. I'm gonna call it Dre, our PowerPoint analyst.
Yeah.
He's always in the chat explaining this. I don't think there are humongous takeaways looking at this. It's kind of falling the way we would expect it to fall, right? What do you think when you look at this, guys?
I mean, my first thoughts, it is possible that JFK can still get in. And if the reseeding is a thing, then we could be getting like the reseeding, I'm pretty sure is a thing. We could be getting an Eagle Academy Curtis first round matchup.
Oh,
We could. And it could be pretty crazy. So that gets really interesting if that happens. Listen, Brooklyn Tech, they are the favorites against Fort Hamilton. So if they take care of business, then yeah, we'll have exactly kind of what we thought.
So Makai, it depends on the JFK matchup, right? So first of all, we're not exactly sure what it's going to be seeded by, right? Eagle have the advantage in PowerPoints. Eagle have the advantage in the head-to-head against JFK. Honestly, would they put a 4-win Brooklyn? Would they snub a 4-win JFK? Excuse me, a 4-win Brooklyn Tech? These are all things we don't know. If you look at their PowerPoints, I think the PSAL in a way is telling us yes, they would snub a 4-win Brooklyn Tech, because if you look at those PowerPoints, right? I mean, just take a look. I mean, it's pretty close. Like
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I know I should have kept the old graphic. Oh, do I have the old graphic anywhere?
Be clutch.
All right, let me see if I can find. It might be kind of hard. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I do have the old graphic from last week. All right, this is actually good. Give me a second. I'm gonna put up the old graphic from last week so you guys can see the. What did I just do? Sorry.
Those I haven't seen it before. No, because JFK is not getting in.
Hold on. Someone said JFK is not getting in. Hold on. I'm trying to put something else on here.
And
How we in week 8 and not sure?
that's high school
We're in
football,
week 8
man.
and not sure because the PSAL does a whole bunch of things when it comes to the playoffs. So it's not easy for us to predict how the playoff picture will come out. That's why E Duke 87.
Yeah. So if
It's a lot that goes on with the playoffs. Like
so if you look at it, right? So let's say Eagle, for example. Eagle had, I know so they beat Southshore, right? Eagle had 567 power points last week, right?
Yeah.
They have 753 this week. So JFK is going to jump over Brooklyn Tech. They're going to jump over them.
that is
Well, I mean, how much is Brooklyn Tech gonna get from?
they're not nothing.
beating
They're gonna get
Fordham?
beating Fordham.
Fordham, they got a win. They got one win.
Hold on, let's see. Curtis beat, who was it, Clinton this week?
And Clinton's got one win. Yeah, that's good.
All right, let's see. So Curtis had 788. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're at 937. Yeah, I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of a lot of points they gained. That's over 100 points.
Yeah, for sure.
It might be win and get in for Brooklyn Tech.
It might be.
Wow. Where's Dre in the chat? Dre, if you're here, let us know. So now, guys, why are we having this discussion, right? We understand that the playoffs would most likely reseed due to rating, right? We understand that, right? But if Brooklyn Tech is 8, they only reseed the top 8 of the PowerPoints. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
So that's why we're looking at the PowerPoint so closely for this game. Yeah, I see what you're saying, bro. Especially because so JFK was at 335 this week, and last week, yeah, they're at 335. So obviously, it's their lives are on the line against Southshore. Like they have to win that game. I guess that's pretty obvious, right? I don't have a graphic for the 3A, but we will look at it. So yeah, I think. Thank you, everyone in the chat, all 76 people. I think it is a win and get in situation for Brooklyn Tech. You guys agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like it's wow. BK Tech might get in there in the first year of the in the 4A. But we'll see. They still got to win the game. You know, Fort Hamilton.
Absolutely.
Pressure. It's gonna be interesting. But
yeah. So to Makai. So let's say if Southshore beat Eagle Academy and if Eagle Academy beat Wagner, then Lincoln is going to host Eagle Academy in the first round matchup. If JFK make it into the playoffs by winning and Brooklyn Tech losing, the question is, do you reseed JFK and put them over Port Richmond, Southshore, and Eagle purely based off the strength of schedule?
I think so.
And the rating.
That's what everyone keeps telling me. So looks like, yeah, if that happens there, we get some interesting first round matchups.
So yes, in that scenario, so these are the two scenarios that we're kind of predicting. It's either going to be Lincoln hosting Eagle Academy, Curtis hosting Southshore, E-Hall hosting Port Richmond, and Tottenville hosting Brooklyn Tech, the way we have it here. Or it would be Lincoln hosting JFK, Eagle traveling to Curtis, and then Southshore traveling to Erasmus Hall, and Tottenville traveling to Brooklyn Tech traveling to Tottenville. Excuse me, Richmond traveling to Tottenville. Sorry, I messed that up. So if JFK get in, they would go. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse, but JFK would go above Eagle Academy, and everyone would slot down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rel is saying it has nothing to do with strength of schedule. So okay, so it's all about the rating then. Yeah, so that's the PSAL 4A playoff picture. And the top, I don't want to think about the top right now. Because if Tottenville lose to Curtis, I don't know what they're gonna do. From what I've heard, Tottenville has clinched the 1 seed, apparently. Apparently they've clinched the 1 seed already. I don't know. Who knows? We'll talk about it on Monday.
T-ville clinched already, regardless.
So one of my sources told me that. I don't know how correct it is, but
okay, yeah, that's interesting for sure. I think, yeah, just looking at this, one of the things that comes back to me, if Brooklyn Tech didn't have that crazy comeback win over New Dorp a couple weeks ago, where they were down by 2 touchdowns late, this playoff picture would be like very weird right now because Kennedy would Kennedy's a winning in at that point, and then you could have an Eagle Curtis. We could have that scenario. So just such some of those little games, were pretty crazy.
Yeah, Rel. Okay. There is a situation. Again, I guess my only argument was like Eagle Academy literally beat JFK. But I remember last year, I forget who it was. I think it was LIC and Rockaway or something like that. LIC had beaten Rockaway and then they had to go on the road and play Rockaway in the playoffs. Oh man, yeah. So I think we figured it out. I think we figured it out. So if you're a Lincoln fan, you're either playing Eagle Academy or you're playing JFK. If you're an Eagle Academy fan, you're either playing a Lincoln or Curtis. If you're a Southshore fan, wait, who's Port Richmond playing? Port Richmond play this week. Hold on.
Oh, they're gonna know. I think they play Clinton.
Oh,
but they can't. They can't jump Southshore, can they?
Why not? They could definitely jump them. No, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Because Southshore beat them in the head-to-head.
But I don't know if that. Damn, that's interesting. That's interesting for sure.
Someone in the chat, let me know if Port Richmond beat Clinton and Southshore lose JFK. Port Richmond could jump over Southshore, and then Southshore would be the 8 seed going to Tottenville.
No, they'd be in that scenario, yeah.
In that scenario.
Yeah.
Only 3 12s play all the 12s. Yes, you're correct.
The reseed is really going to mess things up when we get to the 3A. That's when, it gets bad. Oh, man.
New Dorp. At their wins. Oh, sure. Yeah. Listen, this is the best chat of the day. It's gonna be fun, baby. It's November football, man. It's November football. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the classic term from South Shore in the chat, man. That's it. It's time to line up. That's it. Whoever once the BCS rankings come out, whoever you got, that's who you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who you got?
All right. Anything else on this, guys?
Nah, can't wait to see that bracket.
Yeah, a lot to be decided next week. So some of these games. Oh, okay. Does E Hall versus Lincoln change anything? Yeah. I mean, yeah, that would.
If Lincoln wins,
if Lincoln
wins, they might be the 2 seed.
That'll shake this up a little bit if Lincoln wins.
Oh yeah, this is
a good question, honestly.
Do you know how much PowerPoints Lincoln would get if they got E-Hall? Yo,
Wait,
they
Lincoln would
get
jump over
mad.
Ehall, wouldn't they? I
Wait,
mean,
they'd
they
be the
would
2
both
seed.
have 2 losses.
They'd be the 2 seed, I think.
Yeah, they might.
Depending on what happens
Yeah.
in the Curtis game. Because if Curtis wins, okay, wow, we didn't look at that. So if Curtis wins and Ehall loses, yeah, we're talking, maybe
2 seed Lincoln.
no, they can't put Lincoln on the 2
Hey,
seed. You can't. You can't.
nah.
They beat
Yeah.
Ehall, I mean,
But
I don't know.
but then how would they jump over Curtis though?
Well, because if they
No, they can't. They can't jump over Curtis in that scenario. Like,
okay,
okay,
if
you're
they
saying
beat
if
Ehall,
Tottenville.
no,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, because I was just thinking if they beat Ehall, I mean, listen, I don't have the exact points, but then it's like, all right, Lincoln, Curtis, and Erasmus all beat each other. So like 2 through 4 is, essentially a tie. They all beat each other and they all lost to Tottenville.
Yeah. So yeah, in that scenario, yeah, let's say Tottenville beat Curtis. Yeah, Lincoln. So then they all have 2 losses. Yeah, maybe Lincoln would be the 2 seed. I didn't even see that.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, McFarland in the chat. Yo,
Oh,
shout out.
nice.
Shout out, man. Yeah, huge shout out. Yeah, that is so crazy. I did not even see that's why I love doing this, man. That's why I love having Jared, the chat, because I did not even see that scenario when I looked at this.
Yeah.
So here we go, Lincoln, and like let's jump right into this game. 30 we'll probably go through these games a little quickly, but 34-14, Lincoln over Port Richmond. I took a quick look at this game, have some quick notes, but Jared, does anyone want to start with this game?
Yeah, Lincoln did what well, I wouldn't say what they were supposed to do. Port Richmond is definitely playing some good competitive football this year. Borhe had 272 passing yards, 2 TDs. TD runs for the duo for Makai Negron and Kristen Young. They each had a TD. But something that's I've noticed with Lincoln is Jaden Brooks at receiver. I feel like every week he's starting to score now. This is a guy who was one of the best DBs in the city, and now he's playing. And I think he's only playing receiver because of injuries. So he's getting a chance to play receiver now, and he's scoring every week. I think he has about 5 receiving TDs already, which is crazy. But yeah, Lincoln took care of business. Of course, Cromwell 2 TDs on a day for Port Richmond. 1 passing, 1 rushing. But good win for the Rail Splitters for sure.
Yeah. Big win for Lincoln. One thing I want to say, Ron Jones, fumble recovery, taking it like 50 yards to the house. Oh,
Oh wow, I
man.
didn't know
He
that. Shout
deserves
out
the
to Ron
touchdown after all
Jones,
the
man.
pain that he puts in for, the
Yeah,
last,
shout out to
few
Ron
years.
Jones. Yep.
And how good he's been. So yeah, that was pretty cool to see. This Lincoln defense stepped up. Anytime you're going against Cromwell, Zimmerman, these athletes, you need to be on your A game, right? Because they can expose any defense at any given moment, especially if you make a mistake. And it was a little bit close early, but Lincoln played them tough. They did their thing. Christian Borhe, had a nice game offensively. Receiving catching a touchdown. I'm assuming it's got to be Solomon Dakotu's little brother, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I seen that.
On a
Yeah.
tunnel screen, he took it like I think it was like 70 yards.
Yeah,
Man.
it was like 75 yards. So that's pretty
Nice.
cool, which is how much we've talked about Solomon last season to see Samari, do his thing. Yeah, and score a touchdown. That's awesome. Makai in the chat right now. He's obviously we've talked about him a ton. He's a really good player, but love what you said before about Jaden Brooks. He is a game changer and someone that I think everyone should really look out for in the playoffs.
Quickly, because you guys hit on all the points I seen that I wanted to hit on. Lincoln Ehall, you want to just preview that game a bit? Like, what do you guys think about that one?
I feel like if Lincoln could bring that intensity that they brung week 1 against Curtis, especially up front, because as Sid Luckman, you gotta establish some sort of dominant presence. It's gonna be tough to win at Sid Luckman. So I feel like if up front, if Lincoln could uh, show that they come into play, it could be a competitive game. But it's definitely gonna be one up front against E-Hall if Lincoln wants to pull that one off. So
I agree with you. Like when I watch Lincoln, right? Lincoln is the hardest team to evaluate. Like they're so
yeah.
hard to evaluate because it's like it is night and day. Like they play against anyone not named
Yeah.
Tottenville, Curtis, and E Hall, and it's like this team is scoring points. They're doing this. They're doing that. Deli spawns in the chat.
It's a-
This is right when we start mentioning.
Yeah.
Deli, how do you know
Lincoln
I was
shows
really about to bring you up,
flashes.
bro?
Lincoln shows flashes, but it's not consistent. That's the thing. What I'm seeing with Lincoln this year, they show some positive things, but it's not consistent enough for me.
Yeah, I think.
But I also feel like you can't count them out in certain situations, which is the thing for me. I just can't count them out in certain situations, but I need to see some consistency.
Yeah, like I think to be in an E-Hall team, I'm going to contradict myself on purpose, right? To be an E-Hall team, you have to be able to run the ball, right? And then E-Hall have the best linebacking core in the PSAL.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like okay, to be E-Hall, go into the strength of their team, right? Or you can. Because if I think about it, correct me if I'm wrong. It's off the top of my head. I don't think Tottenville ran the ball that well against E-Hall, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was more of like a Justin McGuire masterclass, right? Like Tyshawn was Tyshawn was Tyshawn, but he caught this. Yeah, he caught the screen. Let me see the rushing numbers in this game.
No, he still had like a pretty good game, but he didn't dominate. And then they really contained Corey. I think Tyshawn finished with definitely over 100 yards, but not like a ton.
Yeah, so I'm seeing. So the summary was 147 rushing yards. Yeah, Tyshawn had 90, Corey had 35, and Justin had 22.
Oh yeah, Tyshawn was over 100 all offensive yards because of the receiving. He didn't. Yeah, he was under 100.
To be honest with you, like over 100 rushing yards against E-Hall is still pretty good, honestly. Like that is actually pretty good. So I think my point does stand that you need to be able to run the ball to beat this E-Hall team. Christian Young, Mekhi Negron, like I really do like them as players. And I think they need to be featured more. I think maybe the blocking scheme needs to be a little different, possibly. I'm going to say it now. I do not think they're going to be able to run the ball in shotgun zone read against E-Hall. It's just not going to work. Again, I'm no coach. I cannot see a scenario where you're in shotgun trying to run the ball against E-Hall and it's just going to work. And when I say in shotgun, I just mean like, 4 wide, 5 offensive linemen, and you're just going to try to zone read it. Like, I don't think that's going to work. I think you got to take a receiver off, put a tight end on. Ron. I don't know if Ron plays any fullback, and he tight end up back. Yeah. Ron, just go hit somebody.
It's worth a shot for real. Like, Ron, go lead block, Ron. Like that might be a good idea.
Yeah. And then of course Christian Borhi is going to have to be excellent in this game. He's going to have to be excellent in this ball game. The front seven for Lincoln, I think, we spoke about the front seven quite a bit. Ron Jones, Marseille, Zephyr, number 13. Sorry, your name is just slipping my mind right now. That front seven is really, really good. So I think they'll be able to hold their own. But yeah, they're gonna have to put points on the board. Another boy in the chat. Shout out to Zebo, man. Like I said, it's gonna be. I mean, from this game on, it's all about the linebacking core for E-Hall. If E-Hall's gonna get back onto the mountaintop, that linebacking core has to continue to be excellent. And that's what they've done all year. So we'll see about that. Anything else on this game or the E-Hall Lincoln matchup?
I wish it was on Lincoln Media, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not.
Yeah, they do good live streams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. Listen, I mean, we're gonna know people there, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Sir, this game was on Thursday.
Yeah, there's a lot of avoiding Halloween this
Yeah,
past
so
weekend.
27-8 Curtis over DeWitt Clinton. Anyone want to take this one first?
I mean, yeah, we could talk about this one. I'm pretty sure, like, for Curtis, bounce back type of game, able to just come out with a win. I think Will Andrade, let's see his actual numbers. Yeah, so Andrade on 4 touches had 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Like running and receiving and stuff. So yeah, he had a nice day. They went up 20-0 at the half, and ended up closing this one out. Vincent Canzaneri, over 100 yards passing, a touchdown. Nothing. Actually, pretty dope performance on defense from Kashawn Shipman. 3 tackles for loss, a sack, a pick. So I remember writing about that Saturday night in the office. I was like, man, Kashawn Shipman is having quite the year for Curtis, because it's not the first time where I was looking at games and Shipman was playing well. So I want to say he's got 2 fumble recoveries this year, a pick, 3 sacks, and 30 tackles. Pretty good season for Shipman. And I think he was at E-Hall last year, which is
really
wow. According to the PSAL site, he was at E-Hall last year. So that's a pretty cool story going on with Shipman at Curtis, just playing well and doing his thing. So, that was good stuff. And for Clinton, they're down. I think it was 27-0. But their defense, listen, you only have 27 points to the defending champs. They were playing tough. Calvin Stewart Jr. forced a fumble. He makes a big play, and Jalen Jackson brings it back. I want to say like 50 or 60 yards for a nice touchdown. Wow. Yeah, no, Clinton, they're filled with some hard hitters over there. And their defense didn't back down. So that was a nice play from them. And they fought to the end against the defending champs, and their schedule, it's going to go down as one of the hardest that you could like in when it comes to 4A football, man.
Yeah, and I've been saying it all year long. Just huge shout out to everyone at Clinton. I feel like all year long we've been praising how hard that they've been playing. It's a tough schedule. I honestly feel like this team, again, just like Port Richmond, New Dorp, and Wagner from last year, I feel like this team should stay in the 4A next year. They're going to get a lighter schedule, and let's see let's see what they can do. So huge shout out to everyone over there. I know that it was a great effort from. Again, I'm throwing you some negative stuff, so my apologies, my boy.
Nah, that's all good.
I know it was a really great defensive effort from Clinton, but again, are you concerned about this Curtis offense, especially leading into the Tottenville game? I feel like I keep asking this question.
No. That's actually a very important question. But I feel like the way that this Curtis team is set up, they're gonna put their faith in their defense to dictate, the tempo and the pace of the game, so that the Iceman could just manage the game, and it could be a very manageable situation for them because their defense is in control. But that's something that we're gonna see in the postseason when they're playing tougher opponents, because we can't evaluate that against an opponent like Clinton. No shade to Clinton, but we'll see in the playoffs if that offense is capable of keeping Curtis afloat against, you know, the big three, because that's what we're paying attention to, you know. But in terms of this Clinton game, I feel like it was a solid performance for Vinny. You could almost call it a bounce back game because we know he didn't perform well against Ehol. He threw a lot of passes. What wasn't a very overall good game for Vinny. So it was good to see him more consistent this week, and most importantly, get that W. So the offense is definitely, and the thing that's tricky to me is I feel like Curtis has more than enough playmakers when it comes to their skill guys, their receivers. Then they got Quader in the backfield. So I feel like the playmakers are there. So it's a very tricky situation. They have at least 3 to 4 receivers that can make plays, and they have a good running back. So I'm not sure why that offense hasn't been able to hit a consistent flow, you know, most of the year. But the pieces are there. So I can't really understand that situation. It's tricky to
And
me.
I guess I'll save a bit of my talk for the preview when we preview Curtis and Tottenville. So I'll save some of it for that. Anything else?
Because I really
Mhm.
like their receiving core. I
Me
love
too.
their
That's what I want to
receiving
talk
core.
about. Yeah.
I look at them on paper, and I know these guys, they can make plays. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that is. I'm going to save that talk for the preview that we're going to get to very soon. I saw Zebo and Deli in the chat. 51-0 E-Hall over Wagner. This one kind of officially eliminates Wagner from the playoffs. But
I didn't
again,
see any stats on this game. I didn't see anything on this game.
oh, there are no stats. Are you serious?
Oh no, there's gonna be stats up now.
Really? I don't think
Yeah,
I've
they just
seen
put them
anything.
up.
Okay.
Oh, late. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm like,
much. Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead, Jared, if you want to go first.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, right after the game, you know, I was when I was filling in like a little report, I was like, man, like Tommy Zay had a great game for Ehol.
that's good. Okay.
He threw 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 2 touchdowns. So that was a nice game for him, you know, going against a Staten Island team, doing his thing. He played well on his touchdowns. He obviously one of them had to be to Justice Murray. He found him for 55-yard touchdown. Murray also returned a punt for 60 yards because people just keep punting to him. So he's just gonna score touchdowns. So
I don't understand
or
that.
have a
Yeah.
huge punt return. So yeah, Murray brings one back. He catches one. And a player for E-Hall who I just keep seeing, man, and we were talking a little bit about this off air. Nair Jackson is a stud.
Yeah.
I know you have mentioned him a ton, and I see him in the chat now. Zaire Walden, fumble recovery for a touchdown. Got to give him some love, man. He's been playing well. Shout out Zaire. Yeah, so he finds the end zone, and listen, this one, all Erasmus Hall. Also, big shout out to Chase Sinclair. Another, he's a good sophomore. He had 8 tackles. Future's bright for him.
Nice.
So yeah, E-Hall doing their thing. So
Real quick before E goes, I just counted real quick. I have 20 players on Erasmus Hall recorded a tackle. 20.
probably, yeah.
Wow.
20.
Everyone played.
20? 20? I don't know if I've ever seen
Yeah.
something like that before. 20 different people
Everyone got
recorded a
in.
tackle? Yo, did Kendu Brown record a tackle? Let me see if his name is on this. No, I know Kendu didn't play this game. E?
Yo. Yeah, like I said, I didn't even know there was stats for this game, but dominant performance for E-Hall. You know, they did what they were supposed to do. Shout out to Dobbins. I know Dobbins also had a nice TD run. You know, I seen some footage, some highlights. So it looked like it was an explosive day for the offense. Obviously, 51 points, 4 TD day for Tommy Zay. Eho did what they were supposed to do, so big win for Eho.
Yo, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Look at what Zemo just said in the chat.
I didn't even have a tackle. Yeah, I just seen that.
Is that even possible? How is that even
no,
possible?
he actually didn't.
Just a tutty. I'll take the tutty though. Listen, I'll take the tutty. Yeah.
Wait, is he even listed on here? Wait, is this touchdown not listed on PSA? I almost said ESPN. Is it not listed on? That's weird.
Nah, he definitely had
Zemo, why they do like that?
He definitely had a touchdown though.
Yeah, I think I saw it too.
He
Yeah.
definitely had a touchdown.
Yeah, I saw it on the internet, so I know it
No, I
happened.
know that for sure. Yeah.
Yo, tell them to update your stats, man. Don't do my boys out here like that. But yeah, man, listen. Again, this is probably spoilers, but I think it's like I said, Zemo. I saw the clip. I saw the clip, so I know you're not lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably spoilers, but like, I think just how Curtis had three linebackers on the nominated for our not only nominated, but they actually had three. Didn't three of them? We named three of them first teamers, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I can't guarantee that, of course not, but at this point, how do all four of these guys not get nominated? I mean, Jesus Christ! I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
It might just have to come down to film, and once the linebackers. I think honestly, wouldn't you guys say the linebackers was the hardest position? Like, I think it was the hardest position to.
Last year for sure, it was really difficult.
So Jesus Christ, I don't know how many guys that E-Hall's going to get because they really could get four. Like, they really could get four because all those guys are so good, man. Anything else for E-Hall?
Can't wait to see that film on those linebackers this year. Yup.
No, for real. And the last game, New Dorp 38-22 over Fort Hamilton. Just a huge congratulations to New Dorp winning on their senior day. And I'm pretty sure that stops. They were on a bit of a skid, I'm pretty sure. They last won. When they last win? They last won week 3.
Wow.
So huge shout out to New Dorp. We know what's going on this year with when your quarterback goes down, JT Rose. It's tough. It's tough when your starting quarterback goes down, and so they're trying to piece it together. And a nice win over Fort Ham. Jared, do you want to take this first?
Yeah. New Dorp, they offensively really decided to go with this heavy run kind of style. So they didn't really pass the ball much in this game. But Roman, I want to say, so he is a senior, number 21 for New Dorp. Quietly has had a very good year.
Yeah, he had a good
touchdowns, well over 500 yards rushing. He has been very good for them. And ran for over 100 yards in this game, and was great. So he was someone that I've just been impressed with when watching New Dorp play, because he kind of seems like their guy a little bit. So that's pretty cool. And Kerry Peterson, 7 tackles, led the New Dorp defense. Not an easy matchup with Fort Ham. So they got the win, and like Dre said, man, doing it on senior night. It's pretty great. Now New Dorp, they have the opportunity after losing to Lincoln to really end out your season with 2 straight wins. Not everyone gets to end out their football career on a win. So that's pretty cool for those seniors.
Yeah, Jared already mentioned Roman. Like he said, that seems like that's New Dorp's guy. Solid year for him. Another kid who stepped up was number 7, Marat Baratov, who had 3 TDs on the day. So shout out to him. Very good game. Big win for New Dorp. But for Fort Hamilton, a kid who been playing well all year, Emmanuel King III.
Absolutely.
I've been seeing him in the box score all year. Fast, shifty kid. Who could get missing, make some plays. He had 109 rushing yards on the day. So King III has been for Hamilton's best playmaker all year. So shout out to him. But like Jared mentioned, big win for New Dorp.
Yeah, congrats to them. Also, for Aiden Porter had one of his better games of the season.
Yeah,
At least
Porter had
rushing.
it.
10 attempts, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Again, I wouldn't say that this is a team that needs to go down. I really don't think so. I mean, oh my God, they had 3 players with over 10 tackles. That's crazy.
Oh wow.
That's mainly because of the offense New York plays. But I don't think this team needs to go down. I think they definitely think they should stay up another year and play in the 4A. I would love to see that. And you have a big game next week. Everybody talking about getting some get back. You can finally try to get some get back against Brooklyn Tech and play spoiler for Brooklyn Tech. Anything else? I have to upload a graphic. Anything else on this one, guys?
Nah, we good.
Yeah, huge shout out to New Dorp. Okay.
Oh, we're getting right into it.
So I put this on here, but I just want to take a look at this again. Like, I always get a little, not like crazy emotional, but like, next week, like looking at, like, you guys got to understand, like, I make this graphic in like, I don't know, June. So to be at week 8 is really crazy, man. Like, it's really insane to be here. Obviously the Sage standout game of the week is hold on. Yeah, Andy, yes, there is 3A talk. We're just getting through the last of the 4A here. The whatchamacallit talk. Well, first of all, we had to talk about the Lemon Pepper Bowl for an hour. So that's why this show has ran late. We had to yell at Southshore for an hour. So yeah, it's crazy that we are here. This game is, I mean, as far as Staten Island goes, as far as New York City, New York State, I haven't seen any rankings lately. I know Tottenville's in the top 25 of New York State. It would be hard to imagine Curtis being knocked out of the top 25. My guy in the chat, appreciate you donating $2.
I think both are in it. Both are high up in it too.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, we did talk about the defensive line. If you could, and someone said the 2 D tackles. I like the 2 D tackles. You guys are gonna have to play really, really well against Southshore. Gotta really wreak some havoc if you guys want to make the playoffs. But the 2 D tackles, I think they're both juniors actually. I like them a lot on their film. I feel liable on that, right? So okay, so you're telling me they're both in the top 25. I'm assuming Tottenville is top 10 on someone's ranking, and then
Yeah, no, they're both high, and Tottenville should definitely be higher, but that's a discussion for another day of where I think Tottenville should be ahead of certain Long Island teams. But it's fine. But it's fun.
I know one of them. I ain't gonna blow up Jared. I was like, I know which school he's talking about. Listen, man, man, I know this show's been long, but like this is such a big game, so highly anticipated. I'll let you go first, man. Just what are your thoughts on this one, man?
So I feel like this is obviously a bigger matchup for the Warriors.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I feel like this is a bigger matchup for the Warriors. Not so less pressure on Tottenville, I would say. Tough task because this hasn't, Curtis is usually a stellar, tough team on the defensive side of the ball. I really want to see how they match up against that Tottenville offense that's just blazing hot right now. I want to see the game plan that the Curtis DC comes up with to stop this this rushing game. McGuire's on fire, so it's definitely a tough task for this Warriors defense. And that's obviously going to dictate the outcome of this game. Can Curtis slow Tottenville down offensively? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I don't know if the Warriors have enough to pull this one off. But I see a lot going into this game in terms of the sponsorships. I feel like that's great for the PSAL, for the city. The way they're putting this game. You have big sponsoring the game. Definitely exciting to see, but tough one for Curtis, man. We're gonna see if they have enough to pull this one off.
This
No, it's
game
not playing
is
that. It's
at
not playing that
Curtis.
neutral
It's at
stadium.
Curtis this year.
It's at Curtis, yeah. But definitely a bigger game for Curtis, in my opinion, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's gonna be crazy. Last year, when these two teams played, the guy on the left side of your screen who was in the back.
I'll look at that video.
I mean, one of the best performances that I've seen from a defensive tackle against that type of offense.
Absolutely.
While I've been doing this. And a video to boot on social media that was super viral, and I just saw it recently this week again. I saw it today. Pop up on my page, and I'm like, "Yep, it's Curtis Tottenville week." I just saw this video pop up on my feed. Here we go. Jarrett Sarit as a junior, absolutely special. A bunch of tackles for loss. Really dominated that game and neutralized Tottenville's offense. So that was crazy. He's he's back. Obviously, that type of performance is extremely difficult to replicate. But seeing him and this front seven for Curtis going against this run attack for Tottenville in front of what's going to be a crazy crowd. Anyone who has a camera is going to be at that game. All students from these schools in Staten Island, other schools out in Staten Island are going to be there. So it is the game, this week. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I just want to see, will Curtis be able to score, because Tottenville's defense has stepped up lately. Eagle Academy and JFK are two good offenses.
Yeah,
they are two very good offenses.
Good
and
point.
they combined for what? Like, Eagle had 6, and then JFK had 8 until the fourth quarter, where I believe they scored in garbage time. So it's like, dude, they got shut down because Tottenville's defense is really, really good. So that's going to be interesting to see. And I know we briefly mentioned Curtis's wide receivers. I know you guys are going to get into that a lot. I love the Catholic school transfers for Tottenville, how great they've been on defense. Let's see what the Catholic school transfers can do for Curtis on offense with Will Andrade, with Jaden Melendez. Both of them are very good. And they also have this sophomore wide receiver, Ethan Elam, who's 6'4".
Yeah, he's a tall kid.
Yeah, he had a nice touchdown against Clinton this past week. So yeah, it's very interesting. So I'm excited to see, who's stepping up, and also this is the game where, players make, they
a name for themselves.
Yeah, name for themselves, cement themselves. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think there are two major factors in this game, and one isn't even football. The most important one to me isn't even football. The first one is the mentality of Tottenville. How was your mentality coming into this game? There's so much pressure on Tottenville, I would say. I think you said this is a bigger game for Curtis, right?
I believe so.
That's where I actually disagree. I think as people watch, unfortunately in society, right? As people watch you rise, right? They're just like waiting for you to fall. And your biggest rivals, Curtis, they just there like, finally. All this talk about Nick Constantino, Justin McGuire, Tyshawn Ben is quiet for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are dying to put a lid on all this Tottenville talk.
Absolutely.
I remember seeing, when there are all those rankings and stuff like that, I remember seeing so many people in the comments like, oh my God, this Tottenville bias needs to stop. Like, listen, there's a portion of Staten Island that is so happy for Tottenville, and there's a larger portion of Staten Island that's probably sick of Tottenville. They're sick of Andre Johnson every week coming on this platform talking about Nick Constantino and Justin McGuire. They're probably sick of it,
Mhm.
I'm sure if Curtis are in the chat, if Curtis win next week, they'll be in the chat like, oh, who'd you say is the best player in the PSAL? Who'd you say is the best player in the PSAL? Dying for that. So Tottenville coming into this game, like, can you play with that pressure of being the favorite on the road? Tottenville, man for man, I don't know what you guys think. I think Tottenville, man for man, this year have a better roster.
Yeah.
I think man for man, they have a slight edge over Curtis this year. But, just mentality wise, how do they come into this game, hostile environment on the road? And having a player like Tyshawn Ben is very, very good in this situation. And the other thing for Curtis is the run game to me. Between Will Andrade and Quader Gomez, Quader is excellent. Will is excellent. That E-Hall game definitely scared me. The lack of production in the Lincoln game definitely scared me. And just like Jared was saying, this Tottenville defense is peaking at the right time. They have some dogs on defense, especially when it comes to stopping the run. Is the Iceman capable of dropping back 30 times and win you a ball game? Yes, he is. But I feel like that lowers your chance of victory.
Yeah.
So to me, those are the two biggest factors. And to speak about Vinny a little more, I said I would save it for this game. I guess maybe in a game against Clinton, you kind of just want to run the ball a bit, but I was expecting bigger numbers. I felt like you probably want to get a little bit of confidence in the passing game after the E-Hall loss. So I was a little disappointed to not see that much production through the air for Curtis. But just like you guys were saying, the way they set up their teams is good. It's good. They're going to lead from their defense. They're going to let their defense lead the way. I love that you guys brought up Kashawn Shipman because he might sneak onto some lists. He's been tremendous all year long, especially in the big games. So let's see. I mean, this game, I just can't wait. This is one of those games, like, I literally have been thinking about this game since June. And there's only been, it could have been a battle of unbeatens, but maybe in a way it's, all right, I can't front. I'm trying to sell the game, but a battle of unbeatens definitely would have been more lit. But, it's still like, I was about to launch just now.
It's always a game.
I was about to be like, yo, I know it could have been a battle of unbeaten teams, but maybe it's more exciting this way. Like, Andre, don't lie to the people. Don't even try to market this game. It's going to be an excellent game regardless. If Curtis win this game, oh my God, what is PSAL going to do as far as rankings go? I'm hearing that Tottenville have it clinched, but who knows? We'll have to see on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else in this one, guys?
Like you said, it's always one of the matchups every year that we can't wait to see. So I agree with that. Always a must-see game.
Curtis secondary versus Tottenville receivers. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be honestly, I would predict a bounce back for the Curtis secondary because they did not play well in the E-Hall game.
Mm-hmm.
And just like how E-Hall secondary didn't play well in the Tottenville game, they came back and played much better in the Curtis game. I'm honestly predicting the same. So, I mean, a good offensive line versus Jared Surratt, Jaleel Parnell, Keshawn Shipman. Man, this is going to be one you don't want to miss. It's going to be live.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you don't miss it. All right. So I know we still got 69 people in the chat. Always appreciate that. I didn't make the graphic, and I'm not going to go back and make the graphic. It's okay. We'll do it old school.
Oh,
3A talk. 3A talk, aka TYJ's period here, because he was at the game. One of the most anticipated games in the 3A division. The Peg Legs hosting the Sharks.
The Peg
And
Legs.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Statement.
On the road, 54-12. Sheephead over the then undefeated Stuyvesant High School. Take it away. 24 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, first play of the game. First play of the game. When you're at a game and it goes to the crib for 60 or whatever amount of yards, the first play, you start to say, like, it might be one of those games, you know? So,
first play of the game was to the crib.
First play of the game to the crib. Welcome back, Coop. 3 TD day, 190 rushing yards. If Mac wanted Coop to go viral, he could have went viral. He could have had 5 maybe. But yeah, welcome back, Coop. You know, he's back and he's healthy at the right time of the season. It's crunch time. You know, you had Jacob Reed, who's been balling all year for the Sharks, 2 TD day. Wade Evans in the comments, nice pick 6. Collectively, I feel like these Sharks, they're swarming to the ball on defense. They're confident. They got a good swag to the group of Sharks. You feel their energy. Yeah, they're a very confident team right now. You got Ahmed Cece, who led the defense with 7 tackles. Number 44, Andre Kittle Jr., 5 tackles, 3 for loss. It's just so many guys on this Sharks defense. They're swarming to the ball, very active. But I feel like this was a good statement win for the Sharks. They knew this coming into this game. They knew they were facing an undefeated opponent, so they had that extra pep in their step. So one kid I want to shout out for Stuyvesant, who had a good game. Number 44, Isaac Sprung. Made a few nice grabs, had a nice touchdown catch. I like the sophomore quarterback for Stuyvesant. He has some potential, but you know, the Sharks are just they're playing on a different level right now. There's only one other 3A team who's playing on their level, and the city is anticipating this matchup. I don't even have to say the other school, but it's only one other school who's even close to playing on the same level as the Sharks right now. So shout out to FJM.
Looking at these stats, man.
Yeah, it's like it's a party. It's a party.
Party at the pier or nightmare?
Party at the pier.
I don't know.
Or night, yeah, depending who you talking to, Jared. It can
Yeah.
be a party or a nightmare. Yeah, like
Jared, your thoughts on this one, man?
So, man, because we haven't Naeem Cooper, he hasn't played obviously the whole season, but each time he steps on the field, it's like he's the best player on the football field.
yeah.
And he shows it. He is so entertaining to watch. You guys should look. His midseason highlight tape doesn't even involve this game yet. His highlight tape is crazy. Special player. That's how you set the tone. First play from scrimmage, 66 yards to the house. It was a really impressive run too. He made a few guys miss. Great stuff there. But yeah, the Sheephead Bay defense, man, they set the tone. It was a shutout at halftime. They were playing really, really well. Amari Britt is great. Jacob Reed, phenomenal.
Yeah, Jacob Reed, man,
Mhm.
he's on special teams making plays. And Mac mentioned this. He doesn't get a lot of carries, but the carries he gets is big runs or touchdowns. Um, every game tackles for loss for Jacob Reed. He's having a year.
No, exactly.
Definitely having a year.
He really is. And like when you look at his stats this year, he's got like over 30 tackles, 6 sacks, a defensive touchdown, but then he also has 6 offensive touchdowns,
Yeah, he's doing
and
everything.
he's got over 400 yards rushing. He only has 19 carries.
That's
It's
nuts.
crazy. Yeah, so Jacob Reed is, I mean, he's having an unbelievable year.
Yeah.
Anywhere you put him, he's been great. Listen, Stuyvesant came up short. Want to give them credit because listen, they're ahead of schedule right now. They are a young team. You look up and down this roster, they got a lot of kids coming back next year. And I mean a lot. So, to be undefeated up until this point was very impressive, but you ran into a Sheephead Bay team that has a lot of really good seniors. And for the 3A division, it feels like it's their window to go very far with that team from Harlem who they could see in the playoffs. So
They were at the games. So shout out to them.
Oh yeah.
yeah, they're there.
Bunch of cool kids, man. Yep, they were definitely at the game. Yep.
That's good stuff. How is the pier of the field? I want to get off topic, but I gotta ask you.
Very windy. But it's actually a good definitely a good backdrop. You see the city in the backdrop at night. Very scenic. It was nice. My first time there, but it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. But listen, the Sharks are here. And
Yeah.
it's very impressive, man. It is.
Michael, this is a good segue.
Might be in the semis, man.
Let's talk about
First
it.
thing,
honest with
first thing I want to say is I've definitely have been I've definitely have been holding my praise for Sheephead. I'm like, yo, they gotta play James Madison. Yo, they gotta play Stuyvesant. I don't mind being late to the party. It's not about being first. It's about being accurate. You know what I'm saying? Mac. That is weird.
Wait, what?
Okay, yeah, they were.
Wait. There were no stands though, right? Maybe that's why.
The stands are like weird. Like you can't even see the game with the stands are. It's like I don't know what they're doing in Pier 40. Like, yo, where the stands are? It's like how can you even see what's going on over there?
Yo,
it's a weird setup.
Wait, yo, E, hold on. Could you ever imagine who was your biggest rival in high school?
Definitely Southshore.
Even back then. Right?
Yeah,
Could you imagine being on the Sheephead sideline in like your jeans?
Yeah, that was a little awkward though. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm assuming it was awkward for the players. Like they're right there. Like John Jay was there, right there. It's like it's cool that kids are coming out to support and watch the games, but it was definitely a few different schools out there.
Like I could imagine like being on Chaminade sideline, like in my like Kellenberg hoodie, like looking at me like, what are you doing
that would
here?
never happen.
I mean, they weren't really talking trash, or anything like that. They were just there trying to watch the game.
Buddy.
Yeah, they were definitely having a blast. Yeah, they were chilling.
Oh man,
Mac, they said y'all getting belt though. That's all I know. They said y'all getting belt when the time comes, Mac. Man, listen.
he said we cool now, but like, I'm gonna shake your hand with this one. I'm getting the belt done.
He said, "Nah." Look at Britt. Britt said, "Nah." They scouting. He said, "I think I Diane take a sip of the Gatorade." Damn, and they was being petty, drinking y'all Gatorade and all that. Wow.
See what full teams about.
Oh man,
Oh,
no, that's so
good.
funny. That is really funny.
Look at the
Listen,
man. Look at the man. He just came in the chat. We were just seeing what both teams were about.
Coach Matt.
Giants.
Jair. Yeah, that's good.
Yo, this is hilarious. Y'all love 3A talk, man. I really love 3A. This is where it always
Yeah.
goes off the rails, man. But
Ray is fun.
listen, we know that obviously. Well, he explained to us, the situation with the stands, but that's just funny. Like especially in high school, like I could never see myself on, Chaminade sideline or something like that. All right, let me get ready to share the screen because I know somebody was talking about where these teams are gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think this is the right one. Yes, it is. I will zoom in because I know some people watch this on the television. All right. So, let's do the seedings real quick, right? So we have APR as number 1. So this is what the reseeding. APR at number 1, Madison number 2, McKee number 3. This is 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. McKee number 3, Utrecht number 4. Okay, Truman number 5, and Sheephead number 6. Oh, but they reseed. Yeah. So yeah, we're probably gonna see APR. No disrespect to any team, but I would say APR and Sheephead are on a collision course in the semifinals, huh?
Wow.
Well,
They reseed.
yeah, like they're most likely going to be in the semis, but does would Sheepshead be the 5 or the 6?
All right, so let me zoom in more just so I can help my own brain out. Try to get only 8 on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, John Adams, no disrespect. I just need to take you off just for a second, right? I know you guys can make the playoffs. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so she said would be the 6 right now.
All right, interesting. Adams can make it. They beat Dozo this week. If they beat Dozo,
Oh, who do they? I'm about to say, who do they play? Okay, Dozo. Okay.
and then if they beat Dozo and Truman loses to McKee, I think Adams gets in.
Oh,
But
then, they even if the Chiefs were the 5 seed, they would still need a lower seed to win for it not to get
yeah,
reseeded.
no, I was just interested in that whole John Adams thing. But could Stuyvesant pull something off as a 6 or a 7 seed? I don't see why not.
That's a good
And
point.
if they do, then Stuyvesant has to play Randolph in the semifinals because it
Wow.
reseeds again.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Wow.
yeah, so let's see if if Stuyvesant is the 6 or 7, who are they playing against? Like Madison or McKee or something like that?
No, you're right. You're right. If Stuyvesant's able to win, and if
It's a big
Sheephead's able
ask.
to win,
It's a
yeah,
tough game for Stuyvesant. It'd
then
be a big ask. That is not,
so right
1
now
seed,
it's
but
hold on. So number 1, number 2. Okay, so McKee would be the 3 seed playing FJM. Now McKee's results have been improving. Oh, they lost to Madison. Okay. All right. McKee is going to be big underdogs against Sheephead Bay. I think I can honestly say that.
yeah.
This is from watching McKee against APR, and this is from the fact of McKee losing to James Madison. We all saw what Sheephead did to James Madison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that would mean, James Madison plays Stuyvesant, yeah. guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what could happen, but safe to say APR, Sheephead, or they could very well see each other in the playoffs. Is it going to be a semifinal? Is it going to be a chip game? I don't know. I know it's not going to happen, but if there's anyone from the PSAL that watch this, please just do the right thing. Make Sheephead Bay the 2 seed. I know it goes against everything in the computer, but please just make them the 2 seed because it's just right. It's just the right thing to do. Is it going to happen? I know it's not going to happen, but
yeah, it's also unfair to like the 3 seed to play the Bay in the first round. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I
like
agree with that too. Yeah,
just
that's a good
like
point.
just start your weight training program for that 3 seed. If you gotta see the Bay first round, that's tough. That's tough right
Oh,
there,
man.
man. Oh man, that's tough.
Rock, you're not the 2 seed. It's just the computer, Rock. It's just you're the
Yeah,
1 seed.
Yeah,
As long-
you'll definitely be the 1 seed.
Hold on, yeah. Even if you guys lose, yeah, you guys clinched the 1 seed because Madison has 2 losses. You guys are clinched the 1 seed already.
Yeah, already the 1 seed.
Big game on Sunday, APR Madison. That should be pretty fun to watch, honestly. Early one Sunday.
Maybe.
Well, interesting for Madison, you know.
Madison has to play really well in that game.
They're big underdogs, but I'm very interested.
Big underdogs in that game. Not gonna lie. I like a lot of players. I like Ray. I like Taz. I like 6. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I like 5.
Gavin.
Madison, Gavin, yeah, Peltzer, yeah. Have a lot of good players. APR is
Madison is gonna get destroyed.
APR is on one this year, and it's like I said, they have an attitude to them too. That's what I really respect.
Oh, man.
I really respect it. They really have APR really has an attitude to them. Yeah, Zaire Jones in the chat. I wanted to see this actually. I want to see who is. Come on, PSL, don't let me down. I want to see who's leading the league in receiving yards because Zaire Jones might be. I feel like. Well, maybe he's not. It's probably someone on Stuyvesant, right? Oh, they don't have receptions. They don't have yards.
He has like 12 total touchdowns, I think. 6 rushing, 6 receiving. Something like that.
Okay, so he's leading in receiving touchdowns.
What does he have? 6. Yeah, 6 receiving touchdowns. I think he has
shout out
6.
to Zaire Jones, man.
Yeah, I think he has 6 rushing too.
For a team that we have asked to throw the ball, and he's leading the league in receiving touchdowns. And his guy has what? What's that? I have to move my screen. 3 touchdowns, Isaac Suazo. So huge shout out to them. As we come on here and say, "Oh, you got to throw the ball," like I want to, show you guys some love. Like, yeah, y'all throwing the ball, y'all running the ball, y'all doing everything. I'm gonna put this in the chat. It might rile everyone up a little bit, but it's late. It's 3A talk. Like, let's have fun, right? Answer viewer questions live. No. Okay. My question. Hold on. All right. Ooh. So it's gonna be a simple question. I'm gonna put 2 people. I think I'm allowed to put 4. So I'll let you guys in the chat tell me. So the question I'm gonna ask is, who is the 3A player of the year?
Damn.
So if you guys have some nominations, there are 2 people that I'm putting in there.
Zaire,
Ahmed and Coop, of course.
It's just like, man, if Coop had a full season, this would be so much more interesting.
I was just about to say that, Jared. Coop's issue is he didn't play the full year, so that's gonna mess him up.
Yeah, definitely messes it up. And also,
player of the year talks.
We're not really considering non-league games, right?
Yeah,
We're just not. So it kind of hurts for sure.
Let me see. I'm guys in the chat. So right now I'm gonna put Coop. I'm gonna put a Med Torre. I mean, honestly, I feel like I should put Manny, to be honest with you.
Zaire Jones. Zaire Jones is he got to be close to 1,000 all-purpose yards, double-digit touchdowns. Yeah, he's having a year on defense as well.
I'm
There's
just gonna
a couple
keep it.
guys.
All right. I'll just put other.
Aiden Bailey, Stuyvesant, baby. Even though last week was tough.
But Aiden
he's
Bailey's
having a great year,
year.
man. The running
Yes,
back. He's having a really great year.
I feel like they should have used them more against Sheephead, but yeah, he's definitely having a good year.
They went down early. I mean, it's tough. But shout out to him though, you know.
Excuse me.
When it's all said and done,
excuse me,
he might, you know, eclipse
1,000
yards.
Yeah, how do we forget Jacob Reed? Yeah.
Oh.
That's why there's that other category. There's that other category. I wasn't trying to put multiple players on one team. I feel like it's kind of hard, but I don't want to pit those guys against each other. But you know, I think it's we'll pit two opposing teams against each other because.
We got Sinke Thomas too.
Yeah,
there is Sinke. You're right.
He leads some sort of category, but I mean McKee. I don't know if they've won enough games. They're 4-3, so it's a little bit tough.
Yeah, so go vote. Like I said, I put Coop. I put a Med Torre. I put other. Go vote. Two-way talk. I think the biggest thing I saw in the two-way was that Springfield Gardens beat Transit.
Yeah, I seen that 16-12. Yeah.
Ooh.
I seen that.
I think I can zoom out a bit. Hold on a second.
Alcindor is nice too. Yeah, he's definitely good, Devin.
Yeah, he's been great.
Oh, how's he been doing this year?
He's been doing his thing. You know, he's been doing his thing. Definitely Utrecht's best offensive player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely having a good year.
Yeah, Rock, I see. That's kind of why I kind of. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just reading the comment.
I figured this would kind of fire him up. But Rock, that's kind of why I wanted to, like I said, like when I do these kind of things, I always kind of just want to get the temperature of you guys because spoilers, like I'm not picking any players of the year. I'm not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we could talk about it in the group chat. Like we didn't do it last year. I wasn't planning on doing it this year.
Yeah. Also, just to say it, man. It's the eye test. That's it.
Exactly.
It's just the eye test. Watch Matty Cooper play football.
Yeah.
Dude, he
exactly. So yeah, that's kind of the thing there. You know, I just kind of like I said, we're not making any graphics. There's 800 media platforms now. Someone's gonna make a player of the year graphic. It's probably not gonna be us. So I'm just kind of curious on what you guys think. Because just like Jared said, the eye test is everything.
Who's Joystick Jones? Who is that?
Oh, that's Zaire.
Oh, that's what they call him. Okay, I see somebody said who's Okay. They call Zaire Joystick Jones. Okay,
right.
he's definitely.
So to go into this, all right, to go back to the two-way. So man, this is tough. Oh my gosh! If you look at the box score, this game was literally decided by point afters. Wow. Both teams scored 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
They went for 2. Wow, yeah.
So let's see, how does that shake up the because you know what? Boys and girls lost as well.
Yeah. Boys and girls, 2 straight L's. After starting the season off undefeated, 2 straight L's for boys and girls. They gotta figure it out.
Brian's good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, what does 2A look like right now?
Dude, Brian's 6-1. And then one loss, the quarterback wasn't eligible to play. They still would have lost the Eagle 3, but like their quarterback wasn't eligible to play. It's a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all right, what are we talking about now? All right, so Eagle. Okay, so the 4-8s are going to be 1 through 4. I think these two play each other this last week.
Yeah. Boys and girls got Springfield Garden for their last game.
Oh,
Yep, of the season.
okay, so then FDR is going to be the 5. Beach Channel the 6. Kind of unfortunate for Transit. Transit the 7. Campus Magnet. They must have beaten someone this week. Campus Magnet 4-3. They've been winning. They've
They
been on
won
the
a couple.
win streak.
They lost this week.
Yeah, but they
went on a
lost to
run.
Beach Channel.
Yeah, that was a
this is
good
a good
yeah.
game.
I was about to say that 22-20. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that would have. What would that have changed? If Campus Magnet win, yeah, that changed. That changed a lot. Yeah, Campus Magnet would have been all the way up where Beach Channel is.
Wow.
And then then look at that. Who does Far Rock play the last week of the season? Because Far Rock has a rating of 8. Oh,
Never mind.
I didn't mean to do that to them.
Never mind.
And listen, Far Rock, they actually have.
Tough.
Do you mind going on the box score for Far Rock real quick from their last game?
Oh, look at that get close game against Flushing.
So yeah, they won a close game against Flushing. And let's see. I just want to make sure I have the right name of a kid who's been really good for Far Rock. Okay, my bad. I was thinking of a kid on Flushing. Sorry, Far Rock again. This kid Kai.
They're gonna hate us.
I know, Far Rock. I'm sorry, man. Listen, they have
Oh
a good
my God,
quarterback, Far Rock.
22 for 137. Okay,
Dude, he's had a good year. This kid Kai has had a really good year for Flushing. I'm not gonna lie.
nah, that's funny. Shade White in the chat. I didn't mean to do that to them. Listen, any given Sunday, but they're big underdogs. It's their senior day too for Eagle Queen. So big underdogs in that game. But anything can happen. So okay, so yeah, so let's say if this is the playoffs, we're talking Eagle the 1, Bryant the 2. Well, now I'm excited to see. I got to see some film on Bryant. Where can I watch Bryant? All right, Eagle the 1.
Dre, I'll send you the
Bryant the 2.
quarterback. The quarterback's good.
Yeah, send me the quarterback. Eagle the 1, Bryant the 2, Boys and Girls the 3, Springfield the 4. This is gonna flip this week, depending on who wins. Okay, FDR the 5. So right now it'd be FDR traveling to Springfield. Beach Channel the 6. So Beach Channel. Oh man. Beach Channel to Boys and Girls, and then Transit is looking like they have to go to Bryant right now.
Yo, that's a great quarterfinal game. It is. You don't think so?
No. I think are you laughing at the chat? I'm not sure if the chat.
No, I think that's a good game in the chat for sure.
Oh yeah.
I definitely think
No,
that's
Transit Bryant. Yeah, that's a good quarterfinal match.
Yeah,
I gotta see some film. I gotta see some film on Bryant.
Dude,
I know they've been killing it, but I haven't really
say
seen much film on them.
Nah, I'm gonna say it real quick. Like, I hate to be this guy, but if Eagle 3 like moved up like they're supposed to, the 2A playoffs would be
way more competitive. Yeah.
Oh, not even look at it like that. Oh
like,
my
look,
God!
dude,
If you imagine if they're not there, oh my God!
5 or 6 teams that could like win it.
Yeah. It'd be up for grabs. Yeah.
Don't get me mad at Eagle Queens. Don't get me mad at Eagle Queens. Pierre's in the chat. Pierre's in the chat. Don't get me mad at Eagle Queens. Any given Sunday. Any given Saturday.
Any given Saturday, for sure.
Any given Saturday. How do my boys do? How do Eagle Queens do?
They punched on FDR. Yo.
You say it like that?
Yo.
41.
Yeah.
Why you been waiting to say that? He's like, yo, they punched on.
Because I checked that earlier. I'm like, oh man. Whoa.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh man.
It's a good win.
He said, "Oh, John Jay." My fault. Was John? Ooh, I did run over John Jay, didn't I?
John Jay's got like 5 wins. They're doing good.
John Jay beat no, I thought Jared mentioned John Jay, no? Who
Nah.
John Jay beat this week? 40-0
Who
over
did?
Lehman.
Oh,
Oh,
40.
we spoke about it because we said that John Jay and Stuyvesant is a big game this week. That's
Yeah.
what
That
we spoke
is.
about.
That's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
a very
yeah, yeah.
big game.
Somebody, I need some film on John Jay as well. Someone send me some film on John Jay. Let me take a quick look at them.
Not one
Yeah,
stat in
shout out
sight.
John Jay. We don't know what to say though, obviously.
You Lehman.
This is a joke, I swear.
I assume Drayshawn Peak had a great game though.
Yeah. Peak has been balling. Yeah,
Peak has been balling. He's a great player.
It's QB1.
And,
Yeah.
you know, obviously it's all love, guys. John Jay's a really good team, man. 5 wins, big congrats to them. And now they play Stuyvesant, 2 playoff teams going at it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
No, I completely agree. All right. We're getting ready to wrap this up. It's almost
Shout out Pierre. Shout out Pierre.
last division just to take a peek at. So if I'm not mistaken, the big one in the 1A was was it Patrides who played Jeff? Who played? Is it Patrides and Jeff? Yes, it was Patrides versus Thomas
Patrides remains undefeated.
28-0 over Jeff.
Damn.
I mean, just a great defensive game. No passes completed for Jeff. I mean, dang, this is Patrides defense, man. Oh my god.
No passes completed.
Nah, Patrides defense tough, man. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me see their point totals now.
Whoa, was Jefferson Whoa. I think Jefferson was missing their best player. Wait, I gotta
Yo, look at the Patrides look at the Patrides scores.
Damn. Yo, hold on. They gave up only what's that? 6, 12, 18 points all year.
Yeah.
Damn. Yo, no one scored more than 6 on Patrides. Wow.
Wait, Amari, who are you talking about? Are you talking about Jeff? Or are you talking about you guys? You said this guy Jared decided to get hurt before we played.
No, that's though.
Yeah, because Jefferson has this kid who's a sophomore named Taj Woods.
Oh, I know who that is. Yeah, Taj
Who's very
Woods.
good,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
That kid's a good player, and like I think he's hurt or he just didn't play. I don't know.
That's their best player.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, listen, I think he played last week, and you know, like they lost to Grady still, so I think Patrides still probably would have won. But Taj Woods is a good player, man. Just a sophomore, bright future for him and Jefferson. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, so I know that guys in the chat reminded me that Patrides was in the 2A last year, and I think they made the playoffs. So they almost made the playoffs in the 2A. Whatever, moved down to the 1A. They're looking like they're doing what they need to do. They're definitely the perennial favorites. Grady is the defending champions in the 1A. So this is kind of shaping up to be pretty exciting. We like to save the 1A talk for later on in the season, but I think that things are developing nicely in this division. It's going to be exciting to see who comes out. Don't know much about Myhaven, but we'll see. Exciting playoffs, man. So
All
right, guys.
Oh.
It's almost 10 o'clock, man. Like I said, It is so crazy looking at this schedule. Guys in the chat, you guys are hilarious. Like I said, I don't even know if you guys listened to the last hour of the show. Ray Talk is always hilarious. You guys in the chat.
For real.
But yeah, man, listen, we have how many episodes we have left? Next week, we have 4 episodes left. 4 episodes left. Next week, quarterfinals, semifinals, chip.
Wow, it's so crazy. That is so crazy.
Damn.
Jared, real quick, I know people usually drop off when I mention this. Catholic League playoffs.
Yo, they started this week, man. I'm pretty excited. I can't lie.
What is the best matchup of the quarterfinals? Would you say?
Honestly, I think Chaminade Stepanak is going to be a war. Last time they played, Chaminade won by 1 point, came down to the last play. It was an overtime. They go at it again. Chaminade has to win twice in White Plains. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it can happen. So that's going to be a war. And for them, listen, no disrespect to Monsignor Farrell, but like I think Chaminade and Stepanak would rather play Farrell than Iona. And they're going to get the opportunity to do that in the semifinals. So I find that very interesting. That'll be a good one. In AA1, I want to say the best matchup, weirdly enough, I never go this route, but Xavier is the 2 seed, and they play Kellenberg, the 7 seed. Kellenberg has had a rough season, but like they're not your average 7 seed. They lost a shot.
Xavier. Didn't they lose to Xavier earlier in the year?
They did. They lost. Yeah, Xavier kind of beat him up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know, dude. I just something about Kellenberg, man. Like they haven't had the best season, but like they're not your typical easy run over 7 seed in this one. So I find that kind of interesting. I think the other games aren't like. I think Fordham Prep. Who do they play? They play. I think St. Francis Prep's going to beat Fordham, and I think yeah. All right. And then
Jared, finish. I'm listening to you, Jared.
And I think Peters will probably just beat St. John the Baptist, but something about Kellenberg, man. I don't know.
Jared's hilarious. Yeah, I think I can't tell you about recent history. I know historically Xavier's kind of a bad matchup for Kellenberg. For whatever reason, we haven't really been great stopping the run. And I think Xavier is back to that crazy offense, if I'm not mistaken.
They still run like that wing stuff and everything.
Shout out to my guy Dom DeFlaco, head coach over there. I went to college. One of my friends in college, by the way.
Wait, Dom, what?
Yeah, like we didn't know until like we met at Penn State. We're just both like, wait, what? Like you played at Kellenberg, you played at Xavier. Like,
yo, that's kind of
hilarious.
Wow.
Shout out to my boy Dom, man. All right, so exciting stuff for the Catholic League. Like I said, it's crazy.
Hayes at St. Anthony's. Too bad Ed's not here, but yeah, just want to throw that out there. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh man, I was there for the first half of the first matchup. I want to give a huge shout out to oh my god, I'm blanking on his name, KJ Duff. You see what he did the other day?
Yo, yeah, he had like 200 and something receiving.
Yo, I think he might lead the Big Ten.
Yeah, I did see that too. Yeah, I did see that too.
Wait, to go where though?
He's the number. He's number 1 in receiving yards right now in the Big Ten.
Oh, because when you say lead the Big Ten, I'm like,
lead.
Lead. Oh, I thought you said leave. I thought you said leave. I'm like, yo, honestly, like.
Nah.
I was like, Ohio State could probably use him. Just say, I know Ohio State got dogs, but like,
oh man,
I'm like, I don't know if you want to leave the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you going?
Yeah,
like,
bro. KJ Duff has 854 receiving yards.
Yeah,
he's getting like 100 receiving yards a game in the Big Ten.
Yeah, he's gonna crack 1,000 for sure this year.
Yo, that's ridiculous, bro. He's gonna about get calls in the portal, bro.
Yeah. He has to. Like, could you imagine him at Ohio State?
That's what you mentioned was a realistic thing though, Dre. He might dip. he might dip.
Bro, someone might offer him like a bag.
Yeah. I could definitely
think of that too. Like,
happening.
Yeah, he's probably, if he's not rich already, he's probably has a bag waiting for him from NIL.
Yeah.
So shout out to KJ Duff. Shout out to all Long Island. Is he from Long Island? Do you know, Jared?
100%. Yeah, he's from Long Island. Balled out at St. Anne's, obviously. Yeah. But he is definitely from Suffolk County.
He is from Suffolk? Okay.
Definitely from LI. I know his pops, yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to KJ, man. For real. But all right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Great episode. Listen, these shows are probably gonna be long. Oh, let me look at the poll to end it. 53%. You guys did Ahmed Torre kind of wrong, but 53% Coop,
Wow.
29% Ahmed Torre, 18% other.
Wow.
Maybe I shouldn't have thrown that other in there. Maybe it's like when like in politics when you have like the Green Party run and they take a certain amount of votes.
Yeah.
But yo, listen, guys. Any last words for Week 7 heading into Week 8?
As always, thanks everyone for tuning in, man. We appreciate the supporters. Everybody got the comment section jumping. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Yeah.
Final week of the regular season, man. Let's make it good. I'm super excited.
Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Final week of the regular
Crazy,
season.
man. Especially for those guys that, if you don't think you're going to the playoffs, one last chance to ball.
Yeah, that's pain. That's pain right there. When your season is done after this game. Like,
leave it all out there, man. Leave it all out there.
But, don't take nothing for granted, yeah.
But chat, yo, it's always fun. So thank you everyone for being active.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to everyone. Like Jared, that was gonna be a point I say. Very underrated. Like some players are gonna be playing football for their last time next week. Just like Jared said, enjoy the moment, man. Like hopefully, if you get to end at home, make sure you go clap your fans and all the people that appreciate that have been supporting you your entire career. And for the boys that are going to be in the playoffs, man, just it's November, man. It's November. So we'll see you guys on Friday at Curtis High School, and we'll see you guys on Sunday at Eagle Academy, Eagle versus Wagner.
Yes.
See you guys. Good night.